Showtime in 60 seconds. "45 seconds. "30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Just take them off of death row here, and they stay here.
Well, they pleaded guilty so they could avoid death row.
All right.
Here.
Do they still stay in our system, or do we send them back to their
going
system?
To Oman. No, they're just going to Oman.
Single 9/11.
What's that?
They're going to Oman.
Which is their system? Where's Oman at?
It's in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Who runs it?
Omanians.
And are we?
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Welcome, and the show is appropriately named the BARP Hog Roast Hangover, as I think Macho Man. He was first to report to work. I'd got here my same time, but because Lummy didn't give me his prep, I had only Seth Kushner's prep, and I could breeze through that. You know, usually I'm working on your guys' prep clear up until you guys get here, and then we try to figure out what we're going to click bait. But, Lummy, you usually Seth sends me like anywhere between 10 and 12 pieces, sometimes 15. Sometimes, Seth Kushner, there is no rhyme to reason with his prep. Some days he just really blasts it out, and then other days he might have like...
Well, he should have had plenty of prep today because he wasn't doing nothing last night.
All right, we're going to get into that, okay? Just chill out.
Objection, Your Honor.
Lummy was the last man standing. You went to bed at 9 o'clock.
Listen.
Yeah, Bubba.
Gene, just back it down a notch, okay? You look
you didn't think I was going to be grouchy today, having to leave it at like 10:15? I had to help Lummy get everybody out off your property.
Okay, Gene, I gotta open the show, and so
where was Macho Man then?
Macho. You literally look like a baboon eating a banana right now.
So, you got a problem with monkeys?
No, I don't. Well, supposedly you have a problem with Mexicans and how they cook their hogs. Supposedly.
Well, I don't have a problem with it, but that's not what I was invited to. Okay. I was invited to a stick party, not a spick party.
You were invited to a hog roast, and we roasted a hog.
What did you say? I'm going to stick that thing right through its mouth and right out its butt.
It was.
And spin it around. No, it wasn't.
He wanted a spinner. He wanted it on
upon further inspection of the way it looks, we decided to put it in a box. I will tell you though, that was some really good hog.
Yes, it was.
That was some, and the cracklings. Oh
yeah.
Now Tom Bean doesn't put anything over. You know that. Tom Bean, everything's just. I mean, you can actually have something that's really, really good, and Tom Bean will be like, "Yeah, it's all right." Like sometimes we'll kill it at the track. Like Gene, like for instance, we have the tour destruction in there, and then like we have to actually order an extra 1,000 sets of like an extra. We have to order bleachers, portable bleachers, so we can get it because we've sold 5,000 tickets and our capacity is only 4,000. Right?
Wow.
So I mean, we killed it.
Yeah.
We made great money. I mean, great money.
And he just says, oh,
and I go, I'm driving home that night. Because I'm in charge of track prep and all that kind of stuff. He's in charge of the money and the concessions and that. I'm in charge of like the front end of the track, which is the racing, race director, prep of the track, and he's in charge of the back end of the track, which is the money, concessions, parking. And so I just know we killed it.
So you're feeling good driving home?
I'm driving home.
Feeling proud?
I'm thinking, man, we probably made 15, 20 grand,
man.
Because I got a pretty good idea. And I know that's what we made. And I call up Tom, kind of wanting to gloat a little bit in the fact, because there's many a times, Gene will tell you, man, local racing's tough nowadays, as expensive as it is. And if you can break even or make a little bit on a local show, that's a win. All too often, man, Tom and I have had to dip into our pockets on Monday just to make sure that the check's clear because we didn't make enough money. So Tom puts nothing over. So we could have made $25,000, which is like a huge win. I call Tom up when I get to the Wildwood exit, because I'm usually about an hour ahead of him as far as heading home, and be like, "Hey, Tom, God, we were packed tonight. I think we ran out of food," which is perfect if you par it up, man. So you just run out of food right when right there, so you don't have a bunch of food left over. He'll go, "Yeah, I think we did okay."
He's just a cool and calm dude.
I haven't quite. I got all the money and I got all the checkout sheets. I'll go ahead and break the numbers down tomorrow and get back to you. But I think we did. I think we did okay. I'm like, what do you mean we did, Tom? We nailed it. We put 5,000 people in a 4,000-seat facility. We ran out of corn dogs. We ran out of beer. Right? I mean, we didn't run out like at halftime. We ran out with 30 minutes left in the show. So that's perfect.
It was like perfect timing, like last call.
No ambulance use.
No ambulance use. Nobody hurt. Nobody fell out of the bleachers. Nobody this and that. And, we
didn't have to fix the fence.
We didn't have to fix the fence because Lasker didn't do it. So anyway, we last night was the first night of our hog roast part of our Thursday portion of the Bubba Army Royalty Party, better known as BARP. Last night was a hog roast. Lasker, I would say that you probably were one of the most popular people there. Mm-hmm. Did you see that one girl, Gene? You and I were sitting down, and she walks up, and she doesn't even...
She was shaking.
She doesn't even recognize... I'm like, she didn't even care about... I think it was Rainey. Rainey Hall.
The short little blonde girl?
Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, my God."
She started shaking. I'm going to be all right.
I go, what? She goes, "Oh, my God. It's Gene." And I go, "Yeah, Gene's here. Can you believe it?" She goes, "No." I go, "Do you want a picture?" And she goes, "With Gene?" I go, "Okay, I'll take." And my feelings aren't hurt. I think it's funnier than hell. I'm all about, man. I am all about, my workers and my, coworkers and the people you being, popular and having your own T-shirt and what have you.
You're all about letting everybody have their own fans.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a hell of a guy.
I mean, I really am. I mean, I don't.
Well, you lost some fans last night, Step.
Well, now, Gene.
Objection, Your Honor. Harassment.
Gene.
Wow.
So, hold on, Seth. You don't understand the entire time. So, Gene and I actually I kind of pair up with Gene. Gene and I spend a lot of time together. We talked to Mark Tate and Tom Bean. That was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Right? And we ate together a little bit. We sat. I mean, I spent quite a bit of time with Gene. So, Gene and I were kind of the dynamic duo. Lummy, you and I didn't spend much time at all.
No, I
together.
was trying to where you were. I was trying to be the opposite side, kind of leaving you alone, but also keeping the other people.
The only thing I think we messed up on, and I don't want. First of all, I'm so scattered because I got so many things to talk about, but I have to between Buck, John Costica, Big Red, the Nashes, and Creatine. I don't know if I'm missing anybody.
Did
I say Buck?
Yeah, you said Buck.
I mean, they made all the food. And I got to tell you, man, that ziti, that macaroni and cheese ziti. Now, Gene, you're picky, and you don't use, you're kind of wired like Tom Bean. You don't put a lot of things over unless it's good. The hog was. I know, Gene, you were protesting the hog was made Mexican style instead of being in a spigot and rotated. But did you have any of the meat and any of the cracklings?
I had, well, at the time that I was getting ready to eat and the line slowed down, well, I'm talking with these 3 dudes, and they brought up, hey, there's burgers over there, too. And
Ryan
the guy
Phelps,
said,
$50.
Hey, man, those are Sepp burgers. And I go, what the hell is
Seth
a Sepp burger?
Edward Regal.
Well, he can't eat the pork, so we went
105.
specially and made
Hold on,
these
105
burgers.
from Edward Regal?
Yes.
Nice.
Made these special burgers for him. They were veggie burgers.
Hold on. Gloria Zach, who was at the party last night, Glowbug, 25 specifically because it's Alaska Friday.
Oh, I also forgot.
Thank
Paper
you.
Towel Willie was running around.
Oh, Paper Towel Willie. Oh, my God. He's the best. So, anyway, Gene, go ahead. Talk about
So I looked at the guy and I said, man, you cooked them burgers and Sepp ain't even here. Well, I'll eat one for Sepp. So I picked one.
Veggie burgers.
You might want to taste it because it's a vegan burger, veggie burger, whatever other name he named it. So I
Just
took a bite of
Beyond.
it. I took a bite of it. It wasn't bad. I
Yeah,
said, it's all right. And he goes, you going to eat that? I go, yeah. And I pulled the bun off and I got me some pork and laid the pork on top. Then put some barbecue sauce on it. And it was all right.
That'd be like having a sugar-free something, Lummy, and then go ahead and putting sugar on it.
pork.
Right. So anyway, man, between Buck and Red and creatine and the Nashes and Paper Towel Willie and they.
What about Merch Crick? I mean, I know she didn't make food, but she was.
No, Merch Crick. Susan Poitras helped Merch Crick with check-in. There's just I know I'm missing something. Gary Cantrell and Rhett, man, they really
They had
documented
the live
it.
feed up and
Yeah, they had the live feed up, and I mean, Rhett, did you and Gary even get a chance to get any food? Because when I was eating, you guys were still really working the camera. Did you guys get a chance to get any good food?
Yeah, we ate. It
All
was
right.
delicious.
Can I tell you my favorite thing of the whole thing? The baked beans.
So I didn't get none of that.
I didn't
Oh
either.
my God.
I'm mad now.
So anyway, Johnny Kostika and Buck and Red and Creatine and Grouper Lips and Paper Towel Willie and Susan Poitras and Merch Crick and just the whole 9 yards. There were so many great people that helped, and because it was, I mean, Lummy, and by the way, Macho Man, your sound system was perfect.
Yep.
I mean, like it was.
Primetime Toys, $20.
I met him last night. I met Primetime Toys. I didn't know that Primetime Toys was a guy that was formerly in a band that was on the local band review that we didn't shoot because I wanted him to play our Christmas party.
Yes.
And he said, I think you were wanting to shoot us, but you wanted us to play your Christmas party for free. So I didn't know that was Primetime Toys.
Yes.
So anyway, the food, although, and you got, I think when you roast a 100-pound hog, you're going to have a little bit of like you're not going to know quite when it's done, because it's such a large amount of meat.
John Kostika said it takes 7 hours.
Yeah, well, they had, I mean, I think
They make the probe. You just stick it with the probe. It says 180. It's done.
Okay, Gene, I think that's what they had, buddy.
Okay.
But I mean, I think I don't think they had it hot enough.
Not impossible to cook.
Early enough. So Gene is quite the. By the way, he stayed the latest. He was quite the ambassador for the show, but he's the most mad right now. And so here's what he's the most mad about. So he comes to me and he goes, "Where's Seth?" I go, "Listen."
That's because everybody was asking me.
I know. So I'm explaining the story.
I started to say, "Who's that?"
I go, "Hold on." So when people would ask you where Seth was, you go,
I said, "Who's that?"
Oh, okay. So he goes, he gets me. Gene and I are having some alone time after Tarpon Mark. Did Tarpon Mark give you a badass gift or what?
Yes, he did.
I mean, there's not a lot of things you can give Gene Lasker and Gene Lasker will put over. Would be like, but Tarpon Mark, man, thank you, Mark,
Nice
so much.
beef.
And your wife is beautiful and she's awesome. How about those football? Did anybody get a chance to see the Killer Bee football helmets?
Yeah, those are badass.
Did anybody get to see the diamond? Was it called Kowarski crystal? Sikorsky crystal? I don't know whatever type of crystal it is, but they put together this football helmet that's made out of crystal, and it's a Miami Dolphin. Man, if your wife had 5 or 10 grand, she'd be buying it. Oh my God, the Killer Bee. I don't know what the website is, but they do custom helmets. And wow,
the Bucks one was super nice.
I need to get one. I need to get a Chicago Bear one for Seth.
No, you don't need to get me a Sikorsky diamond helmet.
I wasn't going to get you a Sikorsky diamond one.
Okay.
They said they think that one might have been 8 to 10 grand. I had I had Dan Marino's autograph on it, and then it was all Sikorsky. Now it's much like the Jordan Love one that I got.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, I met those dudes. So after that, I'm talking to Gene, and he goes, "Where's Seth?" And I said, "Listen, Gene, Seth is brilliant on the air, and that's what I really pay him for, is to be on the air. And he just doesn't do well with people. He just doesn't do good in crowds. And going when I hired him, he told me that. He told me, like when I hired Manson back in the day, Manson was like, listen, I can't be around any women. I can't go to any gigs. I can't go to, like, if we had a Hooters gig, I can't go. If you have Hooters calendar girls in here, I have to leave. Because he was so
Hooters girls.
Hold on.
All the way down to that.
If we even had Hooters girls come in just to drop off their latest wing concoction, he had to leave.
And he didn't even go to the other corner and peek in or nothing.
No, he went to his studio, locked it up.
Yeah.
Or he would go home.
Yeah.
Like if it was like 9:15, he would just go home. But I hired him under those circumstances. He was very upfront about it, and so it was never a problem. So when I did hire Seth the first time, which would go for the second time too, he's like, "Listen, I know you do a lot of
Captain Creamsicle, $20.
Thank you so much." He goes, "I know that you do some listener stuff. I know that even being when I worked at the Bone, your fans are absolutely rabid." I mean, and then Seth went on to say one of the scariest times ever at the Bone is when 300 of your fans lined up and circled the building like it was like.
Oh yeah, we had a good time with that, didn't we?
Like it was almost a bunch of bad guys. Remember, back in the trail days when people were walking across America, 10 guys would get on horses and then they would go rob the settlers.
Yep, the stagecoaches.
Yeah. So Seth was like, on your real big events, will absolutely participate, but I just don't do good around a lot of people. I just don't. And so I'm like, okay, when we have real big ones and I need you there, show up. But other than that, I'll give you a pass. So we got 3 nights of being heavily involved with the fans, and the most important night is Saturday. Right, like Lummy, that's the
big night.
That's like you could have made last night. If you made last night, chances are you're going to make all of them. But like Lummy, we probably had well over 100 people.
Oh yeah, easy.
I got to tell you, that last night, Lummy, was the biggest Thursday we've ever had.
Oh, easy, yeah.
So I mean, Seth
and people were piling in when we were trying to close up shop.
Yeah.
Because they were getting in late.
So I told Seth, man, tonight, don't worry about it. First of all, you don't like hog. And secondly, it's just 3 nights of this is just probably too. Everybody, all of us are wired differently. And he's like, and so I was like, don't worry about tonight. And he even said, to Seth's credit, before he left yesterday, are you sure you don't need me to swing on by with my Ford Hemi? And I'm like, no, I don't need you. And so, and I don't think you're coming tonight because it's just, it's really, there's nothing to do.
Well, you've told me to really never come to the 199s.
Right.
You actually tell me to stay away.
Why?
No. I think on regular 199s, I've invited you.
Oh, yeah.
It's a nice little payday for you.
Yeah.
You like it.
But not when there's a bunch of people
Not when
here.
we have 250 people here.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, 199
tonight.
BARP is like free for all.
Oh, yeah. Tonight will be...
Too many people.
Tonight could be, Gene, you know how many were here last night?
Yeah.
Tonight could be double that.
It won't fit.
Well, I know.
Some outside.
Most people are going to have to... Macho Man's going to hang a TV monitor and the speakers, and people will be able to watch watch what's happening in the studio outside. We'll have some fire. And I got to tell you, man, the setup was pretty good. Last night everybody had a place to sit. There was 2 fire pits and a nice portalet. We didn't need the stage, so we won't configure the stage until Saturday.
Yeah.
But everything was set up nice. They had the hog back in the back there.
Nice tents.
That you know who owns those tents?
Mm-mm.
Brian Bernhardt,
Really?
the open wheel modify guy.
Yeah, he's in the tent business now.
Yeah, and killing it, and absolutely killing it. I'll tell you a story about that, and you'll understand it more. So Lasker's. Let me tell you something. When you're an outlaw, and we have an event, you don't miss it. You just don't miss it. And this is one of your big events, right? There's some days, like when we have 3 or 4 day motorcycle shows, you gotta be there all days. They'll check. So you're gonna let him do that to you? And I go. He's not doing anything to me, Gene. I told him it's okay for him not to be here. He gets anxiety.
He's just a radio guy. He only does radio. I said, so he just sits in the box. He can't mingle with us.
He doesn't like to mingle.
I mean, I'll watch the guy, make sure nothing happens to him.
All right. So, Seth, next year you can have Gene Lasker as your personal bodyguard.
Listen, I last year I kind of first got hired back, so I mean I went to Tate's. It was no problem. You told me not to come to 199. I was surprised that you told me that I didn't have to come last night.
The only thing I think could have maybe been saving grace is this area that we had last night was larger. Tate's was kind of a smaller area, so you were kind of more condensed. And whereas here,
it was easy to get away from people if you needed to.
Yeah, you could have easily sneaked out.
Right.
And especially you would have had Big Red build you that ladder system over to bake more pies. You could have been like, but you're people that wanted to meet you last night will meet you on Saturday.
I'm not like some sort of invalid where when I'm out in public. Like when I go out in public, most of the time I'm willing to give it my all. So I empty out the chamber, and I normally really just have one of those nights in me.
Mount Bazier, $10. Gene Lasker funds.
Scout and Big Gulp. Love you, Sarah. $25. Be safe, girls. So listen, I'd rather have a really, really, really excited and into it Seth Kushner on a Saturday night than worry about these 2 other nights, that could just possibly drain him for Saturday. Again, when you're Bubba the Love Sponge,
such a pussy, drain me for Saturday.
No, but listen,
I've only got so much social energy in me.
I understand that.
I can't help it.
Don't you know I'm on your team?
I know, but that's how Jesus made me.
I know that, and Lasker appreciates how Jesus makes people.
Thank you.
Gene was talking about how he wanted to put Seth in some biker gang thing with the fire pits and put ammo in it, and Seth leaves it.
Yeah, we were talking about different parties I've been to, and I've been to parties where they throw bullets in the fire.
Okay.
And everybody
and
nobody moves.
Hold on.
And propane tanks.
Hold on. They throw bullets in the fire.
Yeah.
Nobody moves.
Nobody moves.
And that bullet's gonna go off
somewhere
eventually.
Yeah.
You hope it maybe goes back into the ground,
please,
and into the fire pit. But I mean, you could take a lick there, could you not?
Yeah, and everybody makes the deal. If the first guy to move gets bopped in the eye,
All right, so I don't think we're going to be playing those games ever. Even that gives me anxiety.
See, Seth, that's not a party that we were going to have.
There was other guys talking to us. They were saying they were putting propane tanks in the fire.
Propane tanks, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway, last night I got a chance to hang out with Johnny Casica. Johnny Costica. I got Willie Paper Towel Willie, Susan Poitras.
It seemed like you didn't get aggravated with anybody.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
Two people aggravated me, and I'm not gonna bring them up.
All right.
2 people aggravated me, and I'm not gonna bring them up. Lummy will handle it.
Yeah, one at least knows that they did. The other person is clueless. So.
Well, the other person I think
clueless.
Are you talking about? Okay, the person that knows that they did probably is one of your friends.
That got to talking to, yes.
And the one that didn't know that they did always does it and just won't stop. Like it's just in their DNA.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can we hear about either one of these people?
No.
My interest is so piqued right now, Bubba.
Should have been there.
Privately.
I was watching on the stream last night. I was monitoring the stream, Gene.
By the
You got
way,
to see it.
By the way, Rhett and Gary, Rhett and Gary especially, thank you for the live feed and thank you for all the B-roll that you shot. It was
Man, they didn't stop moving, did they?
No, and that's
Them
why I
dudes
even
was
that's
moving.
why I even asked Rhett, did he get any food? Because I never saw Rhett sit down for a second. I didn't. So you and Gary were on it. You guys worked great as a team, and in the wide shot live deal enabled people like Seth and people like that to enjoy it. So Rhett, thank you to you and Gary, bud. Appreciate you.
I think we may do something like it again on Saturday night.
Yeah, perfect. Macho Man, what you had lined up is all we needed. Of course, we'll obviously move that to the stage for Saturday night with some microphone capabilities, but great job on that as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 TVs out there for tonight.
Oh, okay, great. And you now know, like last year was your first BARP, so you didn't really know what we needed and now you do. So thank you so much. Lummy, you know who one of my most favorite people I got to talk to last night?
Who?
Joe from the West
Oh,
Side.
yeah, Joe's just like he's like a little.
And he's looking a little thin.
Yeah, but he how he just always goes around, jumps into a conversation, moves on.
He's straight money.
Yeah,
like he's such a successful businessman from San Francisco, the San Francisco area. He's into a ton of commercial real estate, and he's the salt of the earth. I love him. Big E, I got a chance to talk to Big E. I got a chance to talk to Berto Perez.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, it was awesome.
Berto Perez came.
I don't want to put Joe from the West Side's, all of his business out there, but
God, he's the man.
He went down to the barber shop yesterday.
Oh, and now is that not?
Oh yeah, your people were here.
Yeah,
your people.
They were here.
Yeah, no,
Why don't you
First,
say?
I walked out to the gate because I thought they were trying to steal the ruckus.
Let me tell you something. There's a couple. Hold on.
And they pulled up in that Camaro with the big wheels.
Gene Lasker. There's a couple black people there.
And they were
Looks like I
looking
need to
at
get
that ruckus. I said, they're going to wheel that thing off.
Looks like I need to get my.
I might have to say something here.
My tarpon.
I got close to the gate. And
my tarpon mark gift. I might have to get it. So when
I said, that's the predication guys. I go, what?
Hold on, the predication.
Yeah, what is it?
Operation Predication.
Is it a predication?
Yeah.
It was them guys. And I said, well, Sepp ain't here.
Julie Caldwell, $100.
Oh, Julie, I love you.
I got to tell you, I think Gene was probably the only person that was disappointed I didn't show up last night, and that makes me sad.
I was pretty disappointed too,
I
Seth, to be honest.
Listen, to be in full honesty, I sneaked out about 9:15. Is when I sneaked out. I think the Merch Creek stayed. I think the Merch Creek stayed.
My ass.
No, I was.
Yeah, she did.
What do you mean 9:15? My ass.
No, you was out of there before 9. At 9, I looked for you.
That's right when I left.
At 9, I looked for you.
I heard
Not
Bubba's truck get going about 9:10.
9:10.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, and so I got out of there about 9:10. But I mean, Lasker. It sounds like Gene, you closed the whole damn thing down.
No, Lummy did. I was the last one to say, get the hell out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Now.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Okay, I had to holler out.
We throwed you a real good party. Now
time
get
to
out
go.
of here.
Yeah, come back
I
tomorrow.
got my new tarpon mark switchblade.
There was probably like about 15, 20 people left.
Now, how did Seth's people do? Did you get a chance to talk to Seth?
No, they just stayed out on the street like normal.
No, they came in.
The one dude did.
Yeah.
Which one came in?
The ponytail guy.
Craig or Rio?
The one with the dreads.
It was Craig and Rio's son.
Oh, okay. What's Rio's son's name?
It's Craig's son, Latarian.
Latarian. He's pretty cool.
He's nice. He's super nice.
The Nashes, of course. Can you guys believe how hot Justin Nash's girlfriend is? The high Taylor Swift. That's what her new name is. High Taylor Swift. Are you familiar with who I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Bub, I watched the feed last night. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see a lot of women.
She was here the whole time they were.
There wasn't a lot of women here, really.
Bull crap.
It wasn't.
Hold on.
Probably about
Hold on.
15.
We had Nikki Peel's wife.
Yeah.
We had, by the way, did you see the new dude? His wife, that Nikki Peel's wife was talking to. I forget what her name was. She's that blonde.
Did you see the new dude's wife? This is starting to sound a little creepy.
Did you guys see Elkhart Rob's fiance?
Yeah.
My God.
He said she's rich. He's Texas
is that what he
money.
said?
Yeah, he's a cowboy. He's like, I'm a cowboy.
Maria Guatemala was there. Susan Poitras was there.
Yeah, she coming up and says, I heard you said something about my stove. I said, what the hell are you talking about?
Rainey was there.
Rainey was there. Melissa Carpenter was there.
Glowbug.
Glowbug was there. So,
Susan Poitras, Tease.
Susan Poitras.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Party Kim. Oh. So there was a lot of chicks there. A lot. Buck's wife was there. She hugged me, man.
Mark from Tarpin's wife.
Mark from Tarpin's wife.
That's right.
So, I don't want to hear all you people that didn't say there was a lot of chicks.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I wasn't looking to whack it or anything last night. I'm just saying I didn't. The
Bubba Army is naturally 80-20 men. I mean, that's our natural composition. Now, usually they bring a +1, and I think a lot of them did. Let me see.
The surprise to me that had a chick with them was Colton. Now, I've known Colton for a lot of years.
Hey, and
I never asked him about,
I'll see you on Saturday.
About his love life or anything.
Shelby.
Or really if he
He's
got
been
one,
with her
or
for a
if he's
while.
gay.
He was gay. He's just switched.
He switched. He was gay. He's got Shelby now.
She's good. She's great.
She's great. She's just a little thing.
Yeah, she about picked off the vine too quick.
She got picked off. Yeah, okay.
Wait, does that mean she's not 18?
No, that means she's a little short.
Little tiny thing.
Bob Cook, Mitch the Mark, Maria Guatemala, No Name Willie, Grouper Lips.
Slim and Phoebe's Beaver is able to make it down. Let's fudge some s'mores.
Grouper Lips, Miss Grouper Lips, Nikki Peeled plus his hot ass wife, Nick the Gun Guy.
Oh, the new guy too from California that qualified last minute.
And then you didn't get the ring information to Merch Crick, and we didn't get a ring for him.
Well, it was all too late by the time we got it over.
All right,
to
so
her,
here's the deal: we can get a ring. We've missed people before. Like last year, we forgot Brandon the Quad, and we can literally get we can. But no, we got it. It takes like 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll get it to him. We just don't have it right now. So every year we miss a couple people.
Yeah.
And we miss this dude.
Well, he qualified a little past too, so I mean that's one thing.
But Merch Crick has a ring sizer, and she's going to get his ring size and what he wants on the side of the ring, and it'll be here in 4 to 6 weeks.
That's great.
That's great. So everybody will get their ring on Saturday when you check in. Now every night you're going to have to check in unless you got your band already. If you got your Bubba Army band, you've already checked in. Keep that Bubba Army band on, because, by the way, Gene, you don't need a Bubba Army band. Like, you're part of the show. Like, you don't need a Bubba Army band. But it does get you free cover from last night, tonight, and tomorrow night.
I think some people went there too because they were asking me.
At the Dollhouse.
Yeah, if it worked at the Dollhouse.
I think it worked. Hold on, I'm going to the Dollhouse tonight.
Nice.
Not Saturday, because Saturday now, and I don't want anybody to, especially Lasker. So Lasker, let's revert to the Lasker rule, which is think about it again, and probably don't say it, okay? But as you know, I asked people to sign up for a certain thing that I'm doing on Saturday.
You had a lot of people on that list.
Yes. I have a list that I'm signing, that I'm open to 100 people. And I'm doing something at the studios on Saturday. And there's 2 times. You can sign up for the 10 o'clock one, or you can sign up for the 1:30 one. And I cannot announce on the radio what I'm going to do.
But this is brand new to you, huh, Lummy?
Well, Lummy, this came down.
Yeah.
Hold on, this came down. So here's what I got to go into words, but can I tell you what freaked me out the most? So I'm here on Friday.
Is your thoughts?
I'm here on Friday. I go to pick up the cream machine.
Cable Dog, $50.
Thank you, Cable Dog. And I'm so disappointed. Him and Scotty Landers can't make it.
Oh, man.
Cable Dog got a new job, and he has this mandatory new job orientation that it's a big promotion. So he just they told him when his orientation was, and it's this weekend, Friday, Saturday. And then Scott Landers can't make it because his mom has a surgery scheduled for today. So Scotty Landers, I hope your mom does well in her surgery, and I'm just devastated that you two couldn't make it. But so Lummy, it's Friday. I go pick up my cream machine.
Yep.
It's running. Gene will tell you it's running.
He drove right past my shop,
so
flipping me off.
The place
Didn't even stop.
The place that Terry's Automotive, which I don't think is called Terry's Automotive. I think it's called like Precision Automotive.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what it's called. But he went completely through it, Lummy. I mean, he went new master cylinder, new alternator, new power steering pump, rear end fluid, transmission flush, oil change 2 times, new valve covers, new spark plugs, new distributor, new spark plug.
The dude must have had fun doing it, because the simple fact is that's a simpleton vehicle
but you know what he said?
on
Do you know
compared
what he
to what he does work on.
Yeah, he works on Mercedeses and things like that. And when you got like literally it's the motor is an 89 Chevy 350 4-bolt main. Like it's just, that's
it's as simple as it gets.
But he did tell me this, Lummy. Remember when I first got it and I put the 383 late model stroker motor in it? And it was just, really hard on that stock transmission, and then I sent it up to Brooksville and Monster Transmission. So anyway, put a new transmission in it. So I'm talking to the guy who was working on it, Gene, and he's like, "My God, you wouldn't believe some of the trick ass stuff. Like this transmission's like a drag racer transmission. Like you wouldn't believe how custom this thing really, really is." So I pull out of there. It's fully running, Lummy. Macho Man, it's yours. It's yours to work on now. Like I set it out there, and it's completely yours. I think you already threw some chairs or something in there. As we start getting it ready for a mobile broadcast unit. But I'm driving it, and the place that fixed it's right by Gene's shop. So I got to Merch Creek with me, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull up to Gene's shop and turn all the lights and all the siren on. Oh, and really, and then because I wanted to tell Gene, so I had something to tell Gene about Saturday night. There's this big ass moving truck with this semi with this fat lady on the cell phone.
She was a driver.
And was all that stuff going to you?
Yeah.
And I'm like waiting and waiting and waiting, and they have it positioned where I can't
blocked in.
I can't get in.
I couldn't get in. I had to park at my neighbor's right down the street at the car lot as I pulled in. That's why
I was going to
my
pull
truck
in,
wasn't at my shop.
Make a big deal. Now, did your workers? Because I know that they
was on the forklift, and up inside the truck dragging it out, because them people don't drag the stuff out. We have to.
What I'm saying is, though, they had to recognize me.
Yeah, they did. They said Bubba just drove by.
Yeah. So the cream machine's officially fixed. And we're going to start working on making it a broadcasting unit. Thank you to Terry. I would all new gauges, all new alternator, all new. Just it's. Let me. I don't feel uncomfortable about driving it to Ocala.
Oh, nice.
I would make it to Ocala. No problem.
Perfect.
You and Merch Trick going to christen it?
No, I mean no.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not going to blast.
But you know what I'm saying?
Blaster in there.
Yeah.
No.
Can you maneuver in there?
Liar.
I mean, there's
Driver's side seat.
Help you figure out if you want a couch or 2 chairs.
Got a whole hour and a half all the way to Ocala.
That thing's a handful, man.
You can't go an hour and a half without it. Especially if you're looking at it.
You guys got me all wrong.
Terry, the mechanic's place is called Preferred Automotive, too.
Preferred Automotive. Yeah, Terry.
You're nasty, Bubba. What do you mean we got you all wrong? we got you right.
I do have.
Hey, the classiest dude I met last night was the landlord.
Mark Tate.
That dude is cool.
And now, Gene.
He just acts cool. You know, he's like
65 years old. And he doesn't he look like a throwback from the 70s?
Yeah.
Like kind of a Chris Christopherson?
Yeah, like that dude. Yeah. But just a real, he's got it made. He's already done what he needs to do, and he's just along for the ride and having a smile on his face.
And him and Tom Bean, through me, have become great friends, and you couldn't be any opposite. Tom's kind of conservative, and how did you see pictures of Tom's new log cabin that he's building in Georgia?
Nope.
Oh my God! Wait till you see this place. We're gonna have to go do a weekend up there. Yeah. So
he won't allow us up there.
Oh yes, he will. But Mark Tate now, and Gene. So he's got this property about 2.5 hours north of here, and he had his buddy who had a bulldozer build him kind of a little mini super cross ramp, like for dirt bikes. And he's got like what is it? What do they call it? Gas
fuel.
No.
A fast pass?
No, they're called
fuel gas fuel.
Yeah, you know what they're called.
Gas buddy?
No. They're called. He's big into Suzuki's, but he's got this. Is it fast or I forget? KMT.
Gas.
Gas.
That's it.
I think they're KMT gas.
KTM.
Gas. And they're 450s.
Baddest thing on the road ever.
So they're dirt bikes.
That hurt you.
And so he gets me on this Yamaha 450 4-stroker. And
that'll get you hurt too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. So
does 100.
Him and his brother Dave, they start hitting these tabletops and these Now I'm driving up to a tabletop and just driving to the very top and then going over and like I'm not hitting any air or nothing.
You weren't King Konging it?
I can't King Kong it. Now Lasker probably.
I can.
Oh, I know you could. You could not only on 2 wheels but also 4, like with a side by side.
Hopefully I get to ride with him sometime.
Oh, he'd take you up there, and he's got this little mini course. So that guy, 65 years old, Gene, he's hitting these tabletops, and you know how the guys in professional, like they'll kind of kick their bikes and they're in the midair, and they'll kick their bikes to the side.
And he's doing that?
Hell yeah!
Wow.
I'm like, oh my, and I'm like,
because he's never stopped riding, and he kept up with it all.
I couldn't get out of second gear. I couldn't. I couldn't. Those things got so much torque. Oh my God. Talk about if you really wanted to do a wheelie, those things will pop you. I was scared.
In any gear, at any time, anything. It's just,
Anyway, he's got a pole barn, probably the size of yours, maybe a little bigger. And I think maybe he'll text me if he's listening. I think he's got 40 between side-by-sides, 4-wheelers, and motorcycles. I think he's got 40 things inside of his pole barn. Everything from a
that's who I want to be when I grow
everything
up.
from a Yamaha, everything from a Honda 500 4-stroke to one of those KTM gas to like a Yamaha, like a Suzuki 125 Enduro that you'd put a kid on. Like he's got like a little couple 80s for the grandkids, and then he's got a couple 250s, 2-strokes. He's got 2-strokes, 4-strokes. Side by sides, Polaris. You would love it. Like that's your kind of guy. You knew that guy had the it factor, didn't you? Just when you talked, you know what his claim to fame was? One, he owns the build. He owns this building. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, I didn't know that until then. When I met him.
But I mean, could you have any more cooler of a landlord? He never stops by ever, and when he does, he comes to our party.
And that's cool. When I seen him standing there for the longest time with
Bean.
Yeah, with Bean, you could tell he's somebody.
Well, he used to be George Steinbrenner's personal attorney in Tampa. So any business that George Steinbrenner did in Tampa. The
dude's a lawyer too?
Oh, he's a lawyer, yeah.
Oh, no way.
But he's so much of a badass that he's a lawyer, but he doesn't take any cases on. Like he's
better looking than Dan Diaco.
Well,
as a man.
We should have the hottest lawyer in Tampa Bay contest judged by Gene.
I mean, here's the deal: if you figure in that he's 7 years older than Dan, And did you see how pretty good shape he was in?
Yes.
Like he's pretty solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was
got a good handshake.
absolutely enamored.
I feel like we're breaking this guy down like we're about to sell him off or something like that. Like, he's a solid man.
Listen, I got to go to Words. His name's Mark Tate. I got so lucky. So the bank, it's 2018, Lummy. I'm having all those tax problems. I'm behind. I can't make the mortgage payment here. They've already started the foreclosing process on me here at the studios. I have this one guy come to look at the building. You know, one of the when I'm trying to sell the building, one of the things is I need to stay here, and you're gonna rent to me. And so this one guy came up, and he was kind of a slickster, and we really didn't jive very good. And we're 15 days from the bank taking this place over. I'm already talking to Blitz about maybe downsizing down to like a little strip mall. Like, Gene, I was going to move it up by where you and my mom live, off like one of those little strip malls, and just, rent like a $2,000, strip mall space, and, do it that way. And I'm actually talking to Blitz about how we're going to move all the stuff, and if we do it, it's going to have to be in the it's going to be like a It's going to be like a Baltimore Colts Jim Irsay midnight.
So what did Blitz say? You getting in my pocket?
Well,
if he's downside.
So Mark Tate comes. This Mark Tate dude who owns the building, and he comes with his buddy, his Italian buddy Paulie. That's his partner. And we sit in the green room when we had a green room, and he was like, and they see how much I own the building, and so there's already what they're gonna buy the building for. They already have equity in it. It's already got like $100,000 equity. I just couldn't pay the back taxes and all this kind of stuff, and so he's looking at all the. Did some light just go down? Oh, that light
behind you flickered.
Yeah, right here did. Did it finally burn? Oh, okay, there we go. And he's looking at me, and I'm going through. Now, at that point, Seth, we had just started doing the Twitch deal. And we're only pulling in like $3 or $4 grand a month there, and the numbers are not adding up.
Were you unsure of your future?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, yeah. We had just gotten fired from 98.7. We had just settled the Nielsen case, which financially ruined me. And we had. I just sold my house, but I had it leveraged to try to pay all the bills, and so I only cash flowed I should have cash flowed like $1.4 million. I cash flowed $25,000 after I paid all the back taxes and all that kind of deal, and so I'm getting ready to lose the building, and we're doing the numbers. And Tate's like, well, listen, you only got like 10 grand coming in, and your bills are like 30.
Yeah, you're paying a lot of people at that point still too.
Well, it's like, how you gonna do that? I go, I'm just gonna keep grinding and trying to build digitally. And my sister said that she would give me a little bit of capital to try to get back on my feet. And he goes, And so Mark Tate looked me right in the eye. And he goes, I'm old school. I'm from the Midwest, like you are, from Ohio, and I'm familiar with your work, and I know that you used to be on top. And, if anything, we have equity in the building. We can always flip it and just sell it for just the land that it's on. Because if anybody was to buy this, they'd probably tear this warehouse down and start over. I mean, that's what everybody does in this area.
Oh, yeah.
And so he goes, but I got a gut feeling that I think you can turn it around and make at least your business profitable. So we're going to buy it. So at that point, though, Lummy, I was $75,000 in the rears on property taxes. Whew. So he said, we're going to buy the building, and then you're going to pay us $5,000 a month extra for however long it takes to pay off that $75,000. So we're going to do a personal note for $75,000, then we're going to buy your building, and we'll be the landlord. And we were able to pull the nose up.
Yeah.
And through BARP. And through just the various ways, through our digital presence and, the contribution presence and the Bubba 199s and all of that.
You should have Tate say a few words on Saturday, Bubba. He seems like a real important cog in this process, and I think you should give him the microphone.
I think there should be, two people that never really talk. And Tom Bean has a little bit when we put him on the air. But I do think that I should give, because those two are very instrumental in us surviving. Tom loaned me some money. My sister loaned me some money, and Mark Tate believed in me, and I was able to pay everybody back, keep the building, and Lummy, I haven't missed a payroll or missed a mortgage or missed a rent payment yet.
Perfect.
So you know what, Seth? I think that's a pretty good idea. I think the Bubba Army would like to hear from Mark Tate.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly a character and an important in this whole process in the evolution of the digitized Bubba the Love Sponge. Let's see the man. Let's hear the man.
And he's already
auction him off.
Hold on, he's already Gene Lasker approved.
That's right.
I mean, there's not a lot of people you're going to put up there.
Well, if I was you, I'd talk to him first before you do it because he's not a talkative guy.
No, he's not. But I will. I'll say, hey, Mark, you know what? Somebody,
He listens more than he talks.
Seth made an interesting point. You're the one that you and Tom are the one that, and my sister are the ones that
saved your ass.
Saved me. If it wouldn't have been for Mark Tate, my sister, and Tom Bean.
Cheers to the guy who saved the asshole.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Yes, sir.
Bubba, you want me to run the 7-Eleven real quick?
No, I'm good. I'm good, buddy.
I'm going to text the intern, make sure he drives it over here.
Yeah. He said, man, sir, I'll never mess up again, sir.
So, Lummy, come here.
I talked to him this morning. I told him.
He told me.
Come here. I need to get a hold of all these people here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, people were asking if they could sign up tonight.
Well,
because a couple people were going to make it last night.
Here's what I'm doing. Rather than doing two of them, I think I should just do one of them at this time. So I'm going to add these. I'm going to add these people to this list. But then I need you to tell these people.
You come at the other time?
Yeah, so let me, okay.
All right.
And then.
What time do you want them here, just so I can.
I want them here at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We're going to change it to noon.
Okay. All right.
We're just going to change it to noon. I'm going to get on the air and talk about it too, but I'm going to.
I'll reach out to those guys.
Gene, people gotta fucking I mean, you've been with me long enough when we would do appearances and stuff. People fucking put you way over last night.
I don't get it sometimes, and I was telling stories like, when I go in there and do radio, I really don't think about you guys. I don't think about all these people that are out there listening.
It's hard to, because we're just in here in our own little element, like we're
in
bullshit.
our own element, and
we don't realize the quantities, of people that are out here listening to us.
It's cool as hell. It's gratifying at the sitting there being praised for the funny stuff that you said and making people's day better. It's not like we're helping them pay the rent, but we make their day better so they can pay the rent.
Yeah.
How he's, I work. It's a better day. He goes, Friday sucked until you came back on the radio. I'm going like, why, man? Why did your life suck until I got on the radio? Well, listening to you and your stories and then them telling my story that I said and adding and subtracting to it is so much fun listening to. And he goes, and it just makes my day better, man.
It just, I'm so glad that we added you on Fridays, bud. It just gives such a great feel to it, and you've been doing radio with me so long that you get me and just the right punchlines and just the right irritation factor.
Right.
So.
I tell people that, I say,
you just couldn't walk in here and just be that fluid with me if you hadn't done it for a long time.
Exactly.
Hey, Gene,
that all the times in the beginning when I was on the radio, he'd hop up and point to me like, you got to talk, and then up means get louder, down means get off my ass, and things like that in the beginning. And I said, I learned it, and I can feel him. You hear it in his voice that he's had enough, so quit, and just change it up and change the direction of the show, make it go to the left. And I said, that's why I have fun with them. And I said, but I'm sitting in there doing it with the guys, and then we start talking, and I'm looking at the guys, and we're talking. I don't think about fans, that people are listening. I just think about the conversation we're having, and I want you to hear me.
Again, will you put that list over there on your thing? Let me ask to get a hold of those people.
Yeah. Gene, I'm sorry I didn't attend last night.
Man, let me tell you something. We're just busting.
No, I know. I just
He just needed some heat. Gene's got to have heat with somebody.
No. I know. I'm not like real.
I just want you to know, everybody out there asked about you.
They did.
Well, you know, Gene,
You're way over. There's that list, bud.
Okay, thank you.
Gene, I look at like a 3-day music festival, and
I'm
you
just gonna
have
put a little check by after.
you have the headliners on the last night. You know, the big bands.
All right,
So
That's what I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
actually, I'm gonna get on the air and talk about it.
okay.
You won't see me wandering around the campgrounds.
Although I will tell you, having a little bit more of a geographical area than Tate's the confined area made it better. It was bigger, more area.
Everybody
more,
said it was better
more
than
area
being
for
Tate's.
you. Could have had some good hiding spots last night.
I normally just hide here.
I know, but
This is what.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It is officially BARP week, or I should say BARP weekend, Bubba Army royalty. And where those that qualified Saturday night will get their ring. And Lummy, we will be doing a Hall of Fame festivities.
Yes.
Are you also, Lummy, going to give me a list of Hall of Famers that are here?
Yes.
So we can line those up. It's going to be we're doing a little bit more this year with regards to the ceremonies and people talking on the microphone and things like that. Lummy, I do think that the stage being where it is, being held up by a floor jack is just second to none.
Well, Gene's also commented on that.
You just need to put 4 jacks down on all 4 corners.
No, we don't.
I told him I jumped all around on it. It was good.
I mean, Lummy jumped off. Oh, yeah. You know, first of all, I mean, Gene, it's the tongue is, you know, you're not going to flip it. The tongue is solid if you got weight down by the tongue.
And with the
but then
jack, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we're fine. And Merch Creek's going to put some
tandem axle is going to takes all the weight anyway. So
what's that?
Having that tandem axle on there, it's not going to be moving back and forth.
Yeah,
anyway.
I had Lummy just absolutely jump around like he was an orangutan, and I got up there, and it's going to be solid. Macho Man will move the sound system over there, and
who you got singing?
Nobody's singing.
Oh, the national anthem.
We're not doing it. This isn't a sporting event.
Bubba canceled it. Bubba's down on America right now, and he canceled Dan's performance.
I'll tell you, the only person. Here's the deal: we will do the national anthem only if Gene Lasker sings it. So I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm all about.
Gene, do you know the lyrics?
I'm all about. I don't think he does. Oh, say, Gene.
You want to give him You want to give him some background music? Let me see if I can find some.
We did this before.
Let me tell you something. I like America.
Yeah, we did this before. It's deja vu. I'm saying, like, I had to sing it before, and I messed it up.
Yeah, he did, Bubba, back in the day.
So, Gene, be careful what you ask for. If you want the national anthem, you're doing it. So, I mean, it's not a sporting.
When do you get to do something?
It's not a sporting event. I'm the coach, the owner, and the quarterback. Okay, I call the plays.
And the goalie.
I call the plays. I manage the talent, and I own the franchise. It's a very unique situation, my friend.
Very unique.
Lummy, so we're doing something. We were going to do something 2 times on Saturday. We're only going to do it once. And we're going to do this instead of 1:30, we're going to do it at noon. So everybody.
For 2 hours?
No, it's a 3-hour ordeal.
Woo!
Noon to 3. But Lummy, I had it in 2 different increments. So I took Johnny Costica. Let me see. Who is that? Paper Towel Willie, Susan Poitras, Tease, Big E 7375, Airtight Ski Pole, Barreto Perez, Party Kim. Oh God.
Airtight Ski Pole?
Yeah, he's the best.
A ski pole. SKYPOLE.
That is his nickname.
Screen name. Because I don't.
His real name
is.
His real name is Joe from the West
I
Side.
know what airtight is, but a ski pole?
It's a sexual thing?
Yes,
it was
I don't know that.
By the way, that was another good caller, by the way, Bubba, from back in the day when the person described what an airtight ski pole was. 2006.
Gene, I can tell it to you privately during the hot mic. Okay,
that'd be cool.
Joe looks like he moves like he's in the mafia.
He does. He because
I mean that respectfully, of course.
If you look at Joe, he's very observant. He's always kind of he's never in the middle of the crowd. He's always on the fringe, and he's always tracking. Like he's always just looking, tracking. I saw him yesterday, and I came from behind and gave him a big hug, and he goes, "Whoever's hugging me hard, stop."
No, he didn't say that.
And I said, "Joe, it's me." And he's like, because see, Joe missed last year because he had a big commercial. He had like a big commercial deal he was closing on the Friday. Joe lives in San Francisco. Joe might travel the farthest. He lives in San Francisco.
Joe Garnick at San Diego. There's another guy, the new guy, Beansy, whatever his name is. He come from Northern California.
Ken Kendall, and then I think Jim Vinnick, or I couldn't quite see what the last name is. But Lummy, I want you to reach out to all those people that were going to come here Saturday at 10 o'clock. Tell them that we're moving it to Saturday at noon, and then I got to tell the 1:30 people that it's at noon. We're only going to do this thing once. And really, I think my capacity is only 50, but I think maybe that's probably all I could get in here. We're going to do something in the studio, and that's all I'm going to say.
How many's on your list?
Right now, I got 34.
Okay. You're all right.
So, Lummy, by tonight, it's going to be filled up.
Yes.
And I'm only doing it once. Like, I just, I can't do it twice. I don't have the energy.
Don't blame you.
And so, Lummy, I had the sign-up list here.
I think it's a good idea. I'm surprised you're doing it.
Everybody was surprised yesterday, weren't they?
It was recommended. Can I tell you something, Seth?
Yes, sir.
The people who are making the film. Oh, I just said what it was.
Oh boy.
There you go. The people that are making it suggested it. So
it makes sense. It's just
I just messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. So I just.
Oh boy!
I feel, Lummy, I never mess up, and when I make a major mess up,
yes, you do. That's why we're here. It could be in a glass building, but no.
You're saying we could be like, 10th floor glass building, living large, making $1 million a year, and here we are in a warehouse.
Boom!
Because I messed up. Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Coach?
Tonight, Lummy, is Bubba 199, and let's set some parameters down.
Okay.
If you're outside watching it, because we don't have enough room inside.
Oh, that's cool.
Eventually, you will get to be in the studio in the 2-hour span from 8 till 10. We will be rotating people in and out. What
Row 1, please leave, and let's fill up the row 1, but you guys from the back.
Let's throw out row 1.
2, you must leave now.
Yeah, Gene, it's something like that. Creatine, Travis, and Big Red, they're kind of the crowd handlers, if you will. We like to keep the chicks kind of on camera. Like, I'm where I'm going to be, and Lummy's where he's going to be, but then we'll put, like, Merch Crick and Heather Wiz and Maria Guatemala and Not a Fan and Nikki Peel's wife. We'll put them all on the other mics because,
Is Stein going to make a cameo tonight?
Yeah, he said he was.
I think Stein's here.
I think so.
He's staying with me, and my spare bedroom door was closed. He got in at 1, and I told him where my hide key was and the code to get into the elevator. So I think he's here. I don't know if he's going to make it over here to the studio, but by the time I would say that he's probably not going to make it over here to the studio.
No,
by
probably
the time.
not. He'll probably show up after the show.
Because if his plane didn't get in till 1.
Does he want to go to the beach or something? I thought he wanted to go to Clearwater.
He didn't get here till 2.
Oh, he didn't get in till 2.
No, he got 1, but he didn't get probably around here till 2.
Right. So I'm going to probably give him my Crown Vic. Oh, I can't. My Crown Vic's over at Preferred Automotive. The engine light came on and they're doing an oil change. So I'm
Smart car it up?
Probably have to give him my smart car. Not giving him my pickup.
No.
So or I could give him that
Who is it?
Alex Stein.
I wouldn't give him nothing.
Well, he's not your friend. Lummy, Dion is doing all kinds of podcasts as the excitement level of him potentially being the next head coach of the Cowboys. I think him and Jerry are playing everybody, but you did say that there's rumors that Dion met with the athletic director at Colorado on Tuesday and looking for some more NIL collective money, and the meeting didn't go very well.
The Colorado AD guy said, "Sorry, buddy."
Is he the most athletic person that you've ever been on a field with?
No, my cousin Junebug. He was a crackhead and a good dude, though. But he was very athletic because he was still stuff when I came home from college and could never catch him. And he would sell it. And I would have to go get it back at the hood from the drug dealers. He was probably the most athletic, my cousin Junebug. But next to that, I think it was Bo.
Is he the most athletic?
When I have Dion on, Lummy, I'm going to ask him about Junebug.
Yeah, they asked him if he thought Bo Jackson was the most athletic, and he said Junebug was more athletic.
I think out of the Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders argument, it'd have to go to Deion just because Bo's career got cut short.
Yeah.
Had Bo continued on, I think Bo, it wouldn't even be a close second. But Deion had, such a long career for both sports. And, that I would say that Deion is the most athletic just because of longevity. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's me, Blind Buffalo Bill.
Hi, Blind Buffalo Bill. Now, Gene, you weren't listening to the radio yesterday when you heard this guy's story, did you?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Let me just give you an overview. When he was 12, he tried to kill himself.
Oh, yeah, I heard some of that.
He blew out his eyeballs. He missed his brain. The bullet scraped like his front lobe of his brain, so he's got a little bit of issues with regards to memory and things like that, but it blew out both of his eyeballs.
And he fell in love with his mom.
He fell in love with his mom, had sex with his mom one time, and now has recently been robbed.
Was he blind at that time?
Yeah, he was blind when he blasted
Probably
his
good
mom.
for you.
Now, was your mom a bigger woman?
Yes. Yeah, she definitely was.
I mean, just even if you're blind, you can tell whether you're with a big girl or a little girl, right?
Oh, yeah, very much.
Now,
the amount of work you have to do to get to where you need to get.
Right. Now, when you did make love to your mom, how long did it last?
Well, because of the fact I'd fantasized about it since I was 17, I can't sit here and brag I was probably a two-pump chump.
Oh, really?
But that you also have to remember, like an hour later, it happened again. And it always lasts longer the second time.
Right. And you guys never really did anything but just heavy petting until she died, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a very odd situation. She ended up having to move in with us, and I was living in a pretty wild party house at the time. This was back in, 2012.
Can you send me? Can you send me the picture?
Yes,
We do have a picture of Blind Buffalo Bill, and his trailer that he lives in now, and
his lovely wife and
his wife.
takes care of.
Now hold on. Now his wife, who has a condition that I don't know. Now, Blind Buffalo Bill, does your wife actually have a condition that makes her act like she's 12? Is that called something?
This real?
Yes.
Yeah. There is a condition of that.
So hold on. Gene, this is Blind Buffalo Bill right here. He's the one that blew his eyes out. And then this is his wife, and she's got a condition where she thinks she's 12. And then this is the mother-in-law.
No, that's the aunt. That's the aunt that I'm taking care of.
And this is the aunt that you're taking care of. And now,
I was until she had a stroke the other day.
She did. Now, is she in the hospital now?
Yeah, she can't talk straight. She doesn't remember anything. She can't move.
So
we probably won't see her again, not to be dark.
No, but you know what? I was getting ready to say,
That's
hey, listen.
where he lives, right there with all that in the background?
Yeah, all this.
Be glad you're blind, dude.
You can't see. Yeah, be glad you're blind, Buffalo Bill, because your wife's not keeping a very clean house right now.
Oh yeah, no, it was really bad when that picture was taken. We've had our kitchen remodeled. I've had pest control. We've had a lot of things go down. Not to mention we've sold this trailer now.
Oh, so you don't live in this place anymore?
I'm still standing in it right now, but that's a whole nother story about us trying to find a new place to live.
But you cannot see. Maybe you can feel, but like the picture that you sent us, or whoever sent us.
Yeah, it was on his GoFundMe.
Like the back. This is on the GoFundMe.
Yes.
Like, people would, I think, feel better about giving on your GoFundMe account if it was if it looked less hoarderish. It looks very hoarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like he's got his right hand in his pants.
Yeah, and it looks like literally you are grabbing your penis with your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now that one I can't explain. But the rest of it, I can.
Now, what you might want to do, because this is a part of a GoFundMe deal, is you might want to have somebody take another picture of you and your lovely wife. Now, can she stand without her walker? No, but you know what, Lummy? I think that walker adds to the we need help deal, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe change the shirt, though. The Mario making it rain with cash doesn't
when
help.
she has a shirt that's...
I thought that was Monopoly.
When she's got a shirt that has cash on it, then that would lead to believe that maybe she's blinged out and has cash. She just needs an all black shirt on, or some type of, whatever, anything other than, a shirt that depicts cash.
Definitely. Oh, that walker's not hers, by the way. That belongs to her aunt.
Yankee Jib, $10.
So and tell her to keep the same face on because she looks needy.
Yeah, you guys, you and her now. So I think you two should retake the picture and
leave the walker there too because she looks like she needs it anyway, and that's
put a different shirt
helps.
on, have a better backdrop so it looks less hoarderish, and obviously the aunt is now in the hospital, and I was gonna suggest to you. Without being dark, but the mother-in-law or the aunt is just she's just let the state take care of her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, let the state take care of her because whatever money you do get, you're going to have to feed her. You're going to have to take care of her. She's going to take a certain portion of that money to care for her, whereas any money that you do get needs to go to you and your 12-year-old wife. I mean, your adult wife who thinks like a 12-year-old. Now, what is her condition called, Blind Buffalo Bill?
It is a form of autism, but nowadays, I hate using this term, but nowadays they just call it on the spectrum. So it's a cop-out term. I'm not too sure what it is specifically.
Now,
with the 22 years we've been together, she's never been diagnosed.
Now, I actually had people that had never heard your story before that had gotten a hold of me and said, listen, as outrageous as that story is, Blind Buffalo Bill is actually quite well spoken. He, his story is always.
Your voice don't go with your body.
Yeah, I mean, like you really sound like a pretty articulate, nice guy, not a person that at 12 tried to, kill himself and gone through all the trials and tribulations that you have since then. So,
Well, that's why on the last phone call I promoted so heavily that therapy, because I'm not exaggerating or brown-nosing. Therapy really, if you're dedicated to it, it can help you more than any pill that they would give you.
Now, who was the therapist at what time frame of your life do you feel did the most good in your life to get you to be? Because you sound normal, other than not having any eyesight.
This dude's not normal.
Well, I know he's not normal, but through therapy,
I can present normal.
Yeah, and you can sound normal. But through therapy, you have at least, you are fairly normal. And at what part of your life and at what therapist particularly, made you more normal?
Going through the history, I would probably have to say it was in '97. I had a therapist named Laura First Hartling in Maryland. And she was a hippie therapist. She wore like I Dream of Jeannie pants and beaded necklaces.
How do you know?
And she wanted you to build shit in a... Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
She wanted you to build stuff in the sandbox to represent your feelings and whatnot, and she listened to the Beatles and the Zombies, and she wanted to teach me to play acoustic guitar. And she was a strange one too. She would always wish me a good sex life and things of that nature. It was weird.
All right,
but
so
she did help me out a lot.
Right.
She was more on my level of things.
So Blind Buffalo Bill, as we went through your timeline yesterday, we didn't get to the part of what why you're calling us to potentially ask for help through a GoFundMe account, which I historically don't do. Just because as soon as you do one of them, Lummy, you're expected to do all of them.
Yeah.
So I very much pick and choose the GoFundMes that I promote, and I usually try to maybe just make it to people that have established themselves as Bubba Army.
Yes.
And obviously, Blind Buffalo Bill is Bubba Army. So what happened? What somebody supposedly ripped you off or something like that. We started to get into it a little bit yesterday, but we had a time constraint issue. What happened that you had to set up a GoFundMe account?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I've never done that before. I'm pretty independent, and my pride is my curse. So asking for help is not number one on my chore list. But we are in the strangest circumstances. Our ceiling in the left half of our trailer we lived, which, contrary to the picture, is a pretty nice trailer. At least it was at one time, and because of leaves built up on the roof. So when that caved in,
can your wife? Can she physically do dishes and sweep and
oh yeah.
I mean, so you may have to be a little stiffer.
She just don't want to.
You may have to be a little stiffer with her, Bill, on tidying up the place, because the picture that you post on GoFundMe can't look like you're a bunch of white trash hillbillies that live in.
Is that the washroom in the back there, like the washer and dryer room?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way in the back. Yeah, because we're in the kitchen. We took that picture.
I know you're blind, but I'll tell you
time,
personally, it's total too. I mean, it's in terrible shape too.
Gene said, "I know you're blind, but I can tell you you're living in squalor right now."
But you don't know that.
No,
and being blind,
not...
I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, it's kind of cool that you're blind and you don't even have to see that.
All right, but you can rely on a good friend like you to tell you what it is. Right,
well,
Gene?
yeah. I mean,
that
you chose to live.
Look the same way anymore.
I know. So what I'm saying is, let's start off with your GoFundMe account of retaking your picture that you present on GoFundMe, because you want to play to people's emotions. And right now, with the picture that I'm seeing, Lummy, which I'm assuming is the front page of their GoFundMe, looks like 3 hillbillies that are living in squalor that are begging for money, and that's not your case at all.
No, not at all. See, this is why depending on other people for things is always a tragedy.
And but hold on, Bill. But you can depend on me because you've known me for 15 plus years. I've always shot.
That ain't no tragedy.
I've shot you. I've always shot you straight. I've always taken time out for you. I've always been a big believer in what you've overcome. So I hope you take my advice wholeheartedly in the fact that I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm trying to make you look the best that you can with potential people that might want to send you $5 or $10.
I fully agree with you, but the man who controls that GoFundMe page, I don't think thinks the same way. that was because that GoFundMe picture was something that was put up there over a year ago.
Well, now hold on. Now, are you?
Yeah.
So there's first of all one of the you just said something that's very triggering, and that is there's somebody else. You don't even control this page, so how do you know that you're not being the person?
It ain't Blitz, is it?
How do you know that you're not being robbed?
Because the guy shows Coley, my wife, the picture of the GoFundMe and everything, and
but she's
when it
12.
comes to
But
serious
she's 12.
matters
I mean,
of
she's
history
12.
of money, I can trust him.
I mean, you're relying on your wife who has the mentality of a 12-year-old. I can trick listen, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I can trick a 12-year-old all day.
Or a blind man.
Yeah. Or a blind.
Yeah, but a 12-year-old can tell you what they're seeing right in front of their face, though.
Okay, all right. So you mean your wife has access to the GoFundMe, and does the money go directly to you and your wife?
The money goes directly to the GoFundMe, and then the man who owns that, who I've known for about 13 years, he will take it off of that and hand it to us when the time comes.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's not that someone's trying to take money from me or people are trying to rip me off. It's more like if people are more selfish nowadays. People are always buried in their cell phones. They feel all their thoughts are important. They feel like they know everything because they can look it up on Google. So he made that picture because our refrigerator was falling through the floor. We had some kind of plumbing leak, and our whole kitchen floor was dilapidated. And it wasn't just a patch-up job; it was a remodeling job.
I know, but you need to you need to take a picture. First of all, your circumstances have changed, where the ant is no longer there. So
the hoarding is gone. The kitchen is remodeled.
So you need to take a picture of you and your wife with the walker, her not wearing a shirt with a bunch of dollar bills on it, and
she's 13 now,
and say maybe a shirt that I just turned 13 on it, and maybe a picture of you standing by the most damaged part of your trailer, which I'm assuming is what you're going to try to use the money for, is to repair your trailer.
No, and there is no damaged part anymore. The group of Mexicans that bought the trailer came in and fixed it all up, and it looks nice.
All right.
No, we sold our trailer after that ceiling came in.
Okay.
And once we sold it, being the selling was out of our hands, it happened by a family member, kind of behind our back, if you will. We found out that the amount of money was going to be far less, and the man only had to pay it in payments. And the last payment won't be until April, and which was okay. But then we were lied to by a friend in Missouri saying that we were going to have a place out there. We were going to go out there and get jobs and better health coverage and all kinds of stuff. And we found out on Christmas Eve, no less. Remember, we're supposed to be out by January the 1st. And on Christmas Eve, he tells us, oh, by the way, I can't do it. The place fell through. I can't let you come out here. And we're like, what are we going to do? So now we're scrambling, and it's just been a big snowball of bad luck since. My wife got ripped off for $1,100. The guy who took that money from her, they met him at an intersection. She got out the car and tapped on his window and said she wanted her money back. He was in a truck, so she stood on the bar on the side of the truck and held the bed with one hand and the door handle with the other. He pulled into a T-Mobile parking spot, and she said, I want my money back. And he said, I'm going to the bank. I'm still taking you to the place to go look. She goes, well, let me get in so I can go to the bank with you because I don't know you, and that's $1,100. He said, okay, get in. She only put 1 foot on the ground when he took off, drug her through the parking lot a few feet. She fell off of the door handle when he turned, and she broke her shoulder while hitting the concrete. Wow. And then it gets worse. Then her aunt, who was the only one there taking the information from the cop, because the cop, for some reason, didn't want to do a report right there on the scene, he told this 65-year-old woman with an oxygen tank to go to the department. She's walking around the parking lot. All the doors are locked. She calls 911 to ask them how to get into this police station. By the time she gets in there, her oxygen level's 82, and she ends up having to get an ambulance to come pick her up before she could even make the report.
So Blind Buffalo Bill.
Man, where's this FundMe page? I'm sending $5.
I mean,
I'm telling you, it's insane.
Now, what are you asking for money for, particularly for a place to stay, for a place to?
Yes, I'm looking for a place to live, and because last time I was in a situation like this, it wasn't as severe, and between me and my wife's income, we could afford to live practically anywhere we wanted. As you know, we weren't high class living, but it was doable. Right now, I've gone to trailer parks that have some of the rattiest, holiest, roach-infested trailers, and they're still asking for like $1,300 a month.
I know, but like, what type of income do you and your wife have a month?
Social Security.
I understand that, and what is that combined?
Oh, it's about $2,200 a month.
Okay, so you guys,
on a general.
You guys could swing a rat-infested trailer nonetheless, and have a few hundred left over, and so you're looking for money for GoFundMe, for like a down payment or like?
Yes.
All right, and do you have like a?
Because that's where we get hit. because it's like all together somewhere around $3,500 to move into a place nowadays.
Right. And what is your GoFundMe address? And we probably could put it up on our Facebook page, maybe our Instagram or something like that, to try to help Blind Buffalo Bill. Don't get crazy and send him a bunch, but $5, $10, $15 would be appreciated if you got it. And if not, Blind Buffalo Bill, maybe there's a lot of people that don't want to help you, but maybe there's a few that do. After telling your story. And so what is the domain, what is the name of your GoFundMe account?
And see, this where it goes back to me having to depend on other people. The guy who set it up for me, his name is Calum. It's not under my name. It's under his name.
Yeah, we're not like
and
every turn of the way, Blind Buffalo Bill, you're throwing us a curveball that, makes people feel even more and more uneasy about helping.
Hey, I fully understand.
I mean, if
that.
it was like
understand.
GoFundMe.com/Blind Buffalo Bill, man, you'd be raking it in, but no, it's no, I can only imagine.
I believe you.
What is it?
Oh, what, the address to the GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I asked him about this because I've never done this before. Remember, I'm 100% blind. I don't get on computers. I don't even own a cell phone.
But did somebody audibly tell you what this is?
Yeah, well, they audibly said, I sent it to Bubba's inbox, and you should go ahead and call him up again. And I was like, I haven't talked in a long time. It's a great story. We should rehash. And
nobody has sent me any money on your behalf. What I can do...
No.
Is I can...
Caleb said that he sent it to your inbox, the GoFundMe thing. But I got to be honest with you. I really don't know anything about it. To make a long story short, if I was to not get a single dollar by making these 2 phone calls yesterday and today... that's fine with me. I like to put it out there. If I could get it, that's great. But to be honest, just sending the story, trying to promote therapy, trying to let people know they're not the only ones out there that may have thought some crazy stuff.
But Blind Buffalo Bill, we want to help, but you've got to fund.
I know. I want you to help, but I don't have any information to give you so that can work.
It'd be like saying,
this is why I was telling you the sighted people thing.
Hey, Seth,
Yes,
I'd like to buy your house, but do you know your address? No, I don't even know where I live.
I have an email from the.
I sent it to Bubba.
Yeah, he did. He goes, here, it's from Caleb. Here's Billy's GoFundMe. He told me that he called but did not have the link to GoFundMe. Also goes into detail as to the events that just happened to him. I'm the only person that is trying to really get him some help.
All right, here it is. So it's Blind Buffalo Bill needs your help. You only got an $800 goal. And so this is the official one. I guess, we can paste and copy this.
How long have you known this Caleb guy?
For about 13 years.
So 13 years of the person that screwed you over?
No, Caleb never screwed me over.
I know, but the person before.
What he did isn't unique. It's something that nowadays, I hate to say it like this, but almost all sighted people are like this. He's autistic because he did some kind of test online that told him he was autistic. He's buried in his cell phone 24/7, so he has the social skills of an insect. It's like, I'm not sure, and he knows this. This isn't a secret.
So Blind Buffalo Bill, we're going to put this up. We're going to put this up on our Facebook and our Instagram, a few other places. I'm going to chow. We'll keep in contact with how much you raise. I think we could probably, between all of us, $5-10, we could probably. It says your goal's only 800. You should probably make it a little bit more than that, but
like 2,500,
like something like that. But if you go over your goal, does it still keep going?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Blind Buffalo Bill, I'm going to post this. I don't usually do this for people because as soon as you open up this can of worms, then But you do have a long history of the show. Your story is very, very unique. You can confirm that this Caleb Yater guy is your friend, and I'll be able to tell you next week what even your 13-year-old wife will be able to tell you. I'm sure she can sign on to this page and it show her how much has been raised. So like if $1,000 has been raised by next week by next week. I would anticipate he would be handing you over $1,000.
Rudy, $25 to $20.
So
Blind Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so Blind Buffalo Bill, we're going to post this on our X, on our Facebook, and our Instagram. The Blind Buffalo Bill, help Blind Buffalo Bill Fund, and call me back on. Well, I guess we could continue to check it.
Yeah,
because now that we know the domain, so Blind Buffalo Bill, we're gonna help the best we can. and I just hope that you do indeed get the money.
Yeah, very unique case. Hopefully this will never happen again, but it's just odd. Everything happening all at once. People having strokes, people going to the hospital, getting robbed, just
People
all
shooting
at
their
one
eyes
time.
out, all that.
Well, no, that happened a long time ago.
Shoot my eyes out. My wife's...
And to be honest with you, that was kind of a blessing in disguise. If I was to go back in time, I wouldn't change it.
You would have still attempted suicide, blowed your eyes out, and be where you are today.
I'm not trying to promote suicide by any means necessary, but I will say the way my life had unfolded since I lost my eyesight is rather amazing. My sense of judgment has become so much better.
Oh, it looks like
my
it has.
ability to see things like there's a lot of ugliness in this world, and it's just great when you can walk around in a permanent daydream thinking everything's still beautiful.
Now, do you get high? Do you get high on weed or anything?
I'm not going to lie. Right now, with the financial status, no.
Yeah.
But usually, I get high every single day. I'm a hardcore weed smoker.
Right.
Hardcore.
All right. Well, listen.
Yeah, and when you been through the life I've been through, I call it medicine. I'm not going to lie.
Absolutely. So a lot of people does. So anyway, listen, Blind Buffalo Bill, we'll check in next week. Hopefully, the Bubba Army will go help you a little bit, and we'll be checking in to see how you're doing. If you get that money, make sure you don't blow it. And actually, I want you to make sure you get a decent trailer. See, once you get that down payment and stuff like that, you can get you a decent trailer, and you make enough income to be able to make it, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
All right, Blind Buffalo Bill. Good hearing from you. We're gonna post. We're gonna post up your stuff. We don't do it very often, but you're a special circumstance, and we'll be talking to you soon. Okay, bud.
I greatly appreciate this, Bubba.
Thank you, Blind Buffalo Bill. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye now, man.
Did you name him?
Yes, I did.
Because he looks like Billy Buffalo.
Well, he's not Billy Buffalo. He's Blind Buffalo Bill. Modeled after the guy, I think, in, Silence of the Lambs, Lummy?
Yes.
Like puts the lotion in the basket or gets the hose again.
Yeah.
Are you hesitant to give that GoFundMe out? Or were you?
I was.
I still am because of the person that's running it.
That Caleb Blitz guy, he's going to...
Caleb, every potential person that could be a thief this morning has got a last name of Blitz.
Yeah,
with you. I am, Seth. I am. There's not any holes in his story. I just don't like promoting GoFundMes that aren't controlled by the person that needs the money. Third party, if you will.
But it also seems like he keeps surrounding himself with people that just keep screwing him.
Yeah, maybe this is some tough
love.
love.
When you can't see nothing in front of you, you really got to take your chances.
And your wife's mentality is 12 years old.
Gene, when you can't see what's in front of you, and your wife's on the spectrum and diagnosed as a 13-year-old, man, life's really, really throwing you some curveballs, isn't it? You tried to blow your head off, but instead
life didn't make him choose his partner.
Yeah, I mean,
he chose it on his own.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm torn. I'm torn about it, Seth. I really am. I'm torn.
I just feel like every aspect of his life is some sort of really long, ironic story.
Oh, it is. And here's the thing: is it's a shoot. Like it's not even made up stuff. Like we have verified.
He said he lives in a fantasy world.
We have verified every aspect of from his attempted suicide to the blasting of his mom we've the best we can have verified everything.
So she's dead now?
She's dead now.
Wow.
He had sex with her one time, and then from that point forward he would just try to cop feels on her. And then didn't he say he screwed around with his grandma too? Yesterday?
I think, something like that. And then he had to move out because his mom got a boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after she dumped the boyfriend on her latter years, they were fixing to fire it back up, and she unexpectedly died.
Overdose.
Yeah. Overdose. They'd find her on the porch many a times. Gene cracked out, but they were able to revive her.
Wow.
So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we posted
just a lot. But there's just a lot. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Too much.
I think we need to go into words. I'm thirsty.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
How about it?
What? I'm tired.
I am too. I'm gonna go. I'm going right from here to my apartment to go to fucking bed.
I got to go from here to work, get a couple things done, get to the bank, get back to work, and then take off to South Florida.
Oh, that's right, and go to your funeral gimmick.
Yeah.
And raise hell so that people know you're there.
Yeah. Stay up late tonight, and sleep in a little bit in the morning, and then go back, watch everybody leave, and then when everybody's leaving, I go the other way.
How about it?
Do you help your boy keep his sponsors still?
My boy has not talked to me last year in 3 years.
I know, but he's still running K&N and...
No, he's not.
No?
Mm-mm. I think they're just putting it on the car to look like they are. So you know how people do that.
Right.
My K&N guy isn't helping them. My K1 guy is not helping them. You know.
The wheel guys are not?
Velco, you know, they're not helping them anymore. I mean, he didn't take those things in considerations when he told me to fuck off.
No, of course he didn't.
I mean, a fucking K&N airbox for a sprint car is $800. Isn't it?
$850.
Yeah, they used to send me 4 free ones. Robbie Smith and Wesley didn't have any problem taking them.
Oh, hell no. They're 1,100 with the carbon fiber covers now.
Mm-hmm. Look at that little kid. That little kid had a chance to do a lot of things. And, you know.
Everybody cuts their own deal.
I mean, probably, you've seen racing in Florida all your life. Probably the youngest, most versatile dirt racer in the history of Florida.
The only versatile kid in Florida.
Nobody in the history of Florida has won a 410 heat race with the All-Stars and then the next week won a 410 Lucas Super Late Model heat race.
That's right.
And then qualified for a USAC non-wing show at 14. And then throw it all away over some pussy.
Father like son.
Those videos make me sad.
Yeah. This was the peak of This was the peak of what we did for him.
11 years old.
Remember?
11. Car control. Here we go.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not feeling too bad now, but...
T. Greg, $50.
Tired. You got any speed?
I'm tired. You got any speed? I feel like we're in the 70s. Hey, Seth, you want some speed?
Yes, please.
The Black Beauties.
I'm after the show today. Let me. By the way, Big Red and Creatine Travis and probably Buck and probably you and I don't know of any. I mean,
Paper Towel Willie.
All stayed till what? 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
I
probably
mean,
later.
the place looks beautiful, clean. I mean, we had a ton of food to pack up. Was there a lot of food left over?
Yeah, there was a good amount.
I got to tell you, man, the macaroni and
Of
cheese.
meat only.
Yeah.
The macaroni and cheese was unbelievable. The baked beans was unbelievable.
I didn't get no baked beans. I didn't get no mac and cheese. I got some of the noodles and the pork and
Veggie burger.
A soy set burger.
A soy Seth burger?
Yeah.
How was that?
I was just as much as him not being there. About the same.
So, let me thank you to everybody to help clean up. It made it perfect. We'll set a couple fire pits up. It looks like Macho Man said there's going to be 2 TVs.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody's got my personal text and you want to lock in your slot for noon on Saturday, I only got Greg and Amy just texted me.
Can I add Bubba's Cankles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just get a hold of Lummy or me.
What kind of chairs are they going to sit in for that all that time?
We're gonna get those chairs from outside. So Gene, quit trying to, it's gonna be great, okay? Jesus. Anyway, Lummy, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I get home, as soon as the show's over, man, I'm out of here.
Going to bed.
You got to think, though. You got a house guest that might be wanting to keep you up and talk your ear off.
So as soon as I get home, Alex is gonna be fully rested.
Yep.
I'm not going to
tell you,
and he's going to be like, man, hey, we want to go to the beach, and we want to go here, we want to go there. And
I ate all your Oreos, so I got to go.
I ate all your Oreos and all your Chips Ahoy's and all your Ruffles and all your Dean's Dip, and I've eaten it all.
What's a Dean's Dip?
Dean's Dip, the French onion dip, Dean's.
Oh, okay,
He loves that. So Merch has Oreos. I mean, Merch Crick has his Cheez-Its. Merch Crick has stocked up the pantry according to what Alex likes.
Does he clean up the crumbs?
No, he's a complete pig. Doesn't make us bad. Leaves open boxes around the bed. But meanwhile, like when I have Larry Plummer stay with me.
Yeah, he takes care of things.
Oh man, Larry Plummer's bed's made like military when he gets done. Everything's picked up. Shower towel is folded. Just dirty clothes he brings his own little plastic bag to put his dirty clothes in. Like Larry Plummer's the best. Alex Stein, as a house guest, is on the other end of the spectrum. Bed's completely, him and Paige probably had sex last night. So, there's, sex bed, sheets everywhere.
Yeah.
What's he got, a wife he travels with?
Oh, he's got a hot girlfriend that he travels with. But to get into a couple stories, Lummy, I got it. We've just been talking about BARP so much. By the way, tonight, Bubba 199 will be live on Rumble. We'll be live on Locals, and we'll be live on Twitch.
Yes.
And, of course, Bubba Army HQ. And it's going to be a complete studio full of people. Macho will be spinning on the stage. We'll have probably enough for about 25 or 30 people in studio. Probably 25 in studio. Everybody else is going to have to be outside. We'll have fire pits going and things like that, Lummy, along with speakers and 2 visual monitors, and then Creatine Travis and Big Red and others. Lummy, you're going to be calling out bits.
Yes, of course.
Johnny Costico will be here. They'll be shuffling. There'll be people outside, and we'll ask you, do you want to come in and sit into the studios for 15 or 20 minutes? So we'll find out those that want to do that. Like the Nashes sometimes, they're outside dogs. They just want to sit outside and get high all night long.
That's all they want to do.
Can we just back our trucks up to the gate and tailgate?
You know
what I'm saying?
No, Gene. Just come in. No.
So I don't have. I can't bring a comfortable seat. I got to sit on a plastic wedge.
You're not even coming tonight.
But I might.
No, you're not. I know your plans.
Oh, I'm not allowed now.
You're not, because in order for you to make it Saturday night, you have an obligation.
How many steps you want in here?
In order to use.
No one's ever going to be here.
Listen to me. In order for you to be able to make it on Saturday, you have an obligation that I don't need to speak about on the air tonight that you have to be at.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to be a dick right now and throw me off. I can call you out. That's what you're doing. You're just trying to throw me off. You're trying to be a little counter programmer.
Are you grouchy, spongy?
No,
go to bed late last night.
No, but I don't need you over there just nipping at me the entire time. I know you can't be here tonight, so no,
I
you
just
can't.
asked if we could tailgate.
You can't.
What kind of nipping is that?
Why are you asking for something you can't participate in?
Because maybe
because you're trying to be a
You say
dick.
reading chat?
Yeah, he's sitting there reading chat like a goddamn, like a mark. Way to be a mark.
I got a black screen.
You know what? You need a black screen.
That's all I got.
Lummy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I think Danny DeVito were trying to recreate the Twins concept, and they did a State Farm commercial that that ran, in California.
Well, so this one aired earlier in the year, and State Farm was going to
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'd say a couple months ago, but they.
Earlier in the year wasn't a couple months ago.
Okay.
You mean earlier in the year? You mean?
I'm sorry,
late
2024.
Right,
later in the last.
Sorry,
year.
later in
late last year. This ran.
Yeah. So, but just to they were going to rerun kind of the same kind of commercial during the Super Bowl,
right?
And now they scrapped it,
right? So this this originally ran in late 24.
Yes,
they liked it and it tested so well, and everybody thought it was funny, and it is funny until California is suffering the worst natural disaster in the history of the state via a wildfire. When you're recreating a wildfire for commercial purposes, it's fun. But when you're living in a wildfire right now and your $39 million Pacific Palisades mansion just burnt to the ground, and now it looks like State Farm and Farm Bureau and other insurance companies are now pulling out of California and have already pulled out of California, and there's actually some of these people that may not be able to rebuild their homes because they don't have insurance, this might not be the commercial you play.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
Hey, let's go again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Neighbor.
Still no.
Neighbor.
Neighbor. Get me out of this chopper. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Discover customer.
Well, where's DeVito at?
I guess.
Well, he was supposed to be in the next one they were going to recreate.
In the next one.
That's the one that was going to run through the Super Bowl.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Joe from North Carolina. How y'all doing?
Hi, Joe.
Hey, I was listening to Blind Buffalo Bill, and I know there was a concern about whether he's going to get the money or not. What about you guys setting something up for him?
No.
I don't like,
we got enough to do.
Yeah, I don't want to now be the middleman to collect money for Joe. I'm sorry, for Blind Bill.
And everybody's going to want you to take care of them.
Maybe my foundation could send them like $1,000 or something like that, which I wouldn't be adverse to that. But I'm not going to be in the GoFundMe collection business. And next thing you know, like, oh man, I think we raised $29.50 for Bill, and Bill said Bubba only gave him $2,800. Where's the extra $1.50? You buy merch crate, some new heels. I don't even want to be involved in it.
Right.
Listen. I will pledge. I'm just going to tell you right now. I will pledge $1,000 from my foundation, the Bubba the Love Sponge Foundation. I will pledge $1,000 that I will not do it through the GoFundMe deal. I'll get a hold of Blind Buffalo Bill Lummy, see if you can contact him, find his mailing address, and I will send him a check for $1,000. That way I know he's getting it. So just because I do feel for him, he's been with this show for a very long time, and I genuinely have a soft spot in my heart for the guy.
Yeah, I understand, and that's greatly appreciated. You and the Bubba Army will definitely.
The Bubba Army is the all-time greatest cult ever invented, and we're only the Kool-Aid away from being Jim Jones. So
I've been listening to you guys since Hartford.
Oh, yeah, 104.1.
Who's Jim Jones?
Yep.
Appreciate it, my friend. Love me. Who's Jim Jones?
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
Why don't you look it up?
I don't want to look it up. I got 3 guys over here that know what it is. Just tell me.
Jim Jones ran one of was it the Branch Davidians?
No, that was Koresh.
Okay, that was David Koresh, right?
Yeah.
Jim Jones ran this cult.
Okay.
And he...
the People's Temple.
The People's Temple, and he...
Jonestown.
Jonestown, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember him.
And he, the feds were coming to close his cult down and everything like that. And so he gathered, was it like
Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, but was it like 1,200 or 1,500 people?
In Guyana. That's Jamestown, Guyana.
Yeah, Guyana.
It was that many idiots?
I mean, let me ask. Good morning, Alexa. Alexa, good morning.
Day in 1984, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that it is legal to use a VCR at home to record a TV show for later viewing.
Oh, let's not get into
so
recording.
good news for people who still have VCRs.
Yeah, great. Stop. Hey, Alexa, how many people died in the Jim Jones massacre?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the Jim Jones Massacre or Jonestown took place on November 18, 1978, at a compound in Guyana. 918 individuals died at the command of Jim Jones.
So
from Indiana,
he gathered. Jim Jones was from Indiana,
Crete, Indiana.
So
It's in the water.
It is. So Jim Jones moved to Guyana and had all these people follow him. 980, well, more than that, because some people didn't die.
What was his deal? Was he saying that he was God, or that he had the word of God? Or,
Yeah.
I mean, how do you that's a lot of people to get without the internet, Bubba.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a word of mouth deal back then.
That was a very much a grassroots, organic gimmick.
Jeez, man.
To have somebody from Indiana move to Guyana, and then they had this big worship service. I don't know if Lummy things.
So if he was on the radio, he'd be better than us.
No, I think we're better than him. So I mean, we have more than nine. We have
800 people to die for you.
Oh, please.
Oh, please.
What do you think? What do you think the special event Saturday is?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you think the special event Saturday is? Drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh, I would have thought so if he was having it at my shop.
Well, anyway, he got. I don't know if he was in trouble or they were finally closing in on him or Lummy or why he felt everybody needed to die. But
they were coming to raid him, I think.
Oh, so they drank Kool-Aid with something in it.
So Jim Jones gathers all 900, like 1,000 of these people, and he has his security guard stuff, and he has Kool-Aid that's been mixed with cyanide. And he's up at the top of the stage there, and he's like, listen, and we're going to all do communion, and we're all going to drink this Kool-Aid.
So you think a lot of them didn't know they were going to die?
None of them knew.
Oh, no way.
None of them knew.
They just drank it because he wanted to.
The cult leader said, drink the Kool-Aid. They drank it, and they all died, and then he didn't drink it. I think he shot himself in the head. I think that's how it went. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
So when I say
Northeast FT, how you doing today?
Fine. So when I say the Bubba Army's a cult, we're only Kool-Aid away from being Jim Jones. Gene, I'm being.
That's a pretty good line.
I'm being funny.
That's a pretty good line.
Thank you,
I like
Gene.
it. I mean, you could have busted right out to the commercial on that one.
Right. Could have. That was a high spot, was it not?
Real high.
So anyway, yes, sir, Northeast Trucker.
Hey, I just wanted to mark out to Gene. I enjoy when he's on the show, but I do have a question for Gene. Gene, how do I find your swag? I tried to go to your website, and there's nothing there.
Gene ain't got no swag until I make some for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
he does. I think he does still. I think GeneLasker.com still is up. It's not been. It's
none
not
of my
been. It's not
websites
been.
I'm too busy working.
It's not been updated or not. So I'm going to come up with some Lasker swag. He'll have a Lasker's, T-shirt, maybe a Lasker hat. And I'll give, obviously, a large portion of the proceeds to Gene.
You ain't never did that before.
Well, I'm a different person now. You know that. I'm far kinder than I used to be. I mean, even you being a dick and trying to counter-program me the entire time, you would have to admit that I am a much better person nowadays.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough for you to say that because you naturally are just a dick to me.
Because you've been such an asshole for so long, it's hard to even it out because you're nice now. You know what I'm saying? It's like weighing in a hand, one hand's lower than the other.
Yeah, whatever, Gene.
I liked you better being a jerk.
Okay, well,
truthfully,
I don't think.
I made friends with you, fell in love with you as you being an asshole.
You feel like he's hiding something, Gene? You feel like he's masquerading as a nice guy, but deep down he's still a dick?
He's giving up. That's how I feel.
Wow.
Anyway, sir, thanks. Be checking my Bubba Army, Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyStore.com.
But some people said that you've trying to change your, the way you've been too, Gene.
I had to. Society's not allowing Gene Laskers anymore.
Okay, well, society's not allowing. You hold on. Let's just be totally honest. Since your marriage to your soulmate, and since
adopting Coben,
since
I got something to live for.
So
I
and
gotta
then
be here longer.
Reestablishing, selling Lasker powder coating, and then reestablishing a better. Like, when you sold Lasker powder coating, you knew that guy wasn't going to make it. And so, but you took his money, and then you had like a 6-month or a 1-year non-compete, and you're like, I'm going to open up a better shop at a better location.
With all
better ovens, cleaner looking, easier to move in and out of. I mean, your other shop was okay, but it was hard to find. It really is. I mean, your place now is, boom, you give them the address, it shows up on GPS. Your last place, you gave them the address, and then you had to say, make a right at the pickup truck that's got Aruba license plates.
Yeah,
Am I not right? I mean,
yeah,
for real. When you would go, when you would go to the old Gene Lasker powder coating,
we got an S10 out front on.
He would say,
44s.
Let me tell you something.
With a Aruba tag.
Let me tell you something. The address comes up at the driveway part, but when you see the pickup truck with Aruba, I'm not lying, with Aruba license plates, make a right and then go all the way down there to the fence ends, then make a left, and my shop's right there. I mean, is that not what you had to say?
Exactly.
Now, when you say go to Buffalo Avenue powder coating,
I'm on the corner of
boom,
Martin Luther King and Air Cargo Road.
Right. So don't sit here and say that, yes, I've had to change and probably be, as I got older, a little more patient, a little more kind to handle people different. But so have you. And Sarah has changed you tremendously for a better person.
Yeah.
So don't just sit here and think that I've had to sell out to be a better person. You have too, bitch. I'm going to call you out on that, okay?
All right, we're even.
When I come back, did you see Bob Uecker?
Yeah.
And probably one of the most charismatic Major League Baseball play-by-play guys in the history of. I mean, you got Vince Scully. You got who was
Harry Carey.
Harry Carey's right. Harry might be the number one of all time.
What about the big face, fat face guy that did it?
Big face, fat face.
I think he's thinking of John Madden.
Yeah, Madden.
No, that's
Madden and Uecker were partners, weren't they?
No, you're talking about football and no,
football.
Gene.
That would have been a great pairing, though.
Yeah, it would have. Harry, I would say, in my opinion, it would be Harry Carey, Bob Uecker, Vince Scully, and then Buck's. Who's Buck's dad? Was it Jack? Jack Buck. And then maybe who's the guy that called the Yankees for years? Mel. I don't know, but Harry Carey is number one. Bob Uecker is on the Mount Rushmore of play-by-play baseball Hall of Fame. Announcers.
But he was a star, man. Like I knew him from movies and stuff growing up.
Remember,
I didn't know anything about baseball.
Lummy, remember he starred in Major League?
Oh yeah, he was great.
He was great in Major League.
Movie, yeah.
I didn't know that he was one of Johnny Carson's favorite guests, and that he appeared on Johnny Carson, I think in this clip that I play next when I come back from commercials, like 60 plus times.
Well, that's how I seen him was on Carson, and he's the only guy that I know that speaks baseball that I would know.
He's the only guy I know that speaks baseball that I would know. You never heard of Harry Carey?
No.
Holy cow. And then Harry Carey, you understand, he originally started out with St. Louis, and then he moved to the Cubs. And his big gimmick was, Gene, he would be drunker than Lummy by the seventh inning.
Upstate New York FT, $50.
And he would sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," but he would be sloshed.
Yeah.
Let me see if you can find me one of the most drunken Harry Carey "Take Me Out to the Ball Games," and he'd be like, this is what he would be like. Gene be like, 3-2 pitch to Sandberg with an ice cold Budweiser.
I thought he did that on purpose.
No, he'd be like, 3-2 pitch to Ryan Sandberg with an ice cold Budweiser. Yeah, like he would be incorporating how much he's drinking with the game. And by the seventh inning, when he did the seventh inning stretch,
I thought that he was just a movie star guy that did it in the movies for the baseball.
Harry Carey didn't.
He did regular baseball.
He was I don't know that he was in that many movies. Was he, Seth?
No, I think Gene's getting confused between Bob Uecker and Harry Carey on
Bob
on
Uecker.
movies.
Bob Uecker was a play-by-play guy and was in a couple movies, Major League. Harry Carey was just the most legendary baseball announcer, and he would get drunk. And I think he announced longest with the Cubs.
Yes.
Did he not?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And he's the greatest of all time.
Huh.
But he'd be like, Gene, he'd be completely drunk by the seventh inning. Like, take me out to the ball game. And the whole crowd would love it. It was great.
A lot of people came just to hear him.
He had when I lived in Chicago, he had his own restaurant called Harry Carey's.
Still there.
And he would go actually after the ball game. He would go and they had like a corner seat at the bar that nobody could sit in except Harry. And he after the ball game, he would literally have car service take him down to Harry Carey's, and he'd get blackout drunk. And I think he lived like in a condo or something fairly close, Lummy. And they had a handler that would like walk him to his condo and put him to sleep.
Wow.
We'll get into the Bob Uecker actually did an interview with Bob Costas.
Was he dying or something?
No, I think this was just them kind of doing a reflection of Bob Uecker's career.
Oh.
Bob suddenly died. He was 90, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Lummy, I think I'm probably the only air personality in Tampa, Florida that's been interviewed by Bob Costas.
Yes, I think so.
He was a real prick to me.
Oh,
yeah,
he
but
got
that's
you.
because wasn't he trying to get with your woman at the time?
He was all over Heather.
You think he's jealous?
Should have done a sex tape with him.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Let me find me a Harry Carey for
That's what I'm trying to find.
I've already seen this, the B-roll that they're playing as they just did it last week. I gotta have Gary Cantrell or Colton or Tuttle make me.
Macho said he's going down the list.
I know, but I don't want Manson shit. I don't want Trace shit. I don't want, I really don't probably want Nikki shit either.
All right.
What are you making?
On our B-roll shit that we're doing.
We'll go through. Macho's just saying with the list, then things were uploaded more than one time.
What's the
Okay, well, let's just.
I'm just letting you know, Macho.
Is that what goes on that TV up there?
Yeah. I just wanted a fucking such a huge hopper. I mean, we got so much to choose from.
That's what they're trying to go through.
I understand. And I'm not fucking trying to be a dick or nothing.
Man, go through a bunch of mine, man. I did some good stuff. Blasting the TV, back in the dumpster, hitting it, knocking it down the hill, getting cut.
When we put an M80 in your fire pant and in your pants, remember?
Yeah.
Tried to blow your dick, almost blew your dick off.
and then they shot me up, caught me on fire.
And then you fucking beat the shit out of fucking who the fuck was it? Beat the shit out of. Well, not Twink, but one of the guys. Chip. You beat the shit out of Chip. Remember?
Or the black guy getting eaten by the ants.
25.
Yeah, but Chip, Chip the internet guy.
I did what to him?
You beat the shit out of him.
I did?
Oh, you beat the shit out of Chip.
Yeah, you don't remember beating the shit out of him?
No.
You beat the shit out of Chip.
When was that?
I think during the firecracker gimmick.
Why? Because he set me on fire or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I blamed him for it, and he was the smallest guy in the room.
Oh, wow. Was that at the other place down the road?
Yeah.
We did that. That was a fun place too.
That was a fun place. Yeah, we had to get some good times right there.
Corn pop, and your $2. We totted 62, 38 months.
Trying to check my PayPal.
Oh, we got all that snow up there in Boston. Snow.
I got 843 Bubba on a couple gimmicks.
Sweet. On PayPal?
Yeah, I'll get that. Thank you, Julie Conwell. Thank you, Cable Dog. I don't know what's that on B-roll there, Lummy?
It's your Christmas.
No, it's not mine. I never had a fucking.
Isn't that Tara?
Oh yeah, that's Tara. Yeah.
See, this got some white lights.
Is that colorful?
Yeah. That's that's higher class.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I haven't had to talk about somebody that's changed dramatically for the good. Back in the day, I would have had to hit D's a lot more.
The views and opinions made by Gene Lasker are not necessarily those of our advertisers or this radio station. Now, let me tell you something. If you do not like Gene's opinions, you're probably just stupid.
Now let me tell you something. God does not jump out of your wallet to pay those bills. Those bills keep on coming, oh say the great Gene Lasker. Go ahead and open the wallet for us though, and donate via PayPal, Venmo or Cash App, all at the Bubba Army.
Let's get it on.
Now back to the show.
God doesn't jump out of your wallet and pay them bills, does he, Gene?
Nope, God helps them who helps themselves.
Who dubbed you Mr. Baseball.
Anyway, Bob Uecker, the great Bob Uecker, Mr. Baseball, I guess dubbed by Johnny Carson. And I think, what was he, play-by-play for the Milwaukee Brewers?
Yes.
For the Milwaukee Brewers. Were you able to find any Harry Carey stuff?
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's Harry, but he doesn't like. You can never tell in the later years.
Well, just find me something so that Gene.
I sent you his.
See if I know.
So Gene has ever no.
I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him before. That's him.
Yeah, this is him. He's probably
I thought he was acting.
Well, I mean, aren't we all acting at some point when we're on doing something, a live performance? When you're on the air doing play-by-play and you go on and lead everybody in Wrigley Field to the seventh inning stretch with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," which became, absolutely legendary. I think you're acting. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the last time this year, so let me hear you.
So you could tell he's sloshed.
Good and loud. All right, Gary. 1, 2, 3.
Gene, I think you need some Harry Carey glasses. I think that'd really make your whole deal pop.
Oh yeah.
Take me out to
I don't know the words to that song.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever come back. So it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's not the same.
No, they don't win, it's a shame.
If they don't win, it's the shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. You don't know that, Gene?
I heard it, but I don't.
Because you were
maybe
adopted
another
and
word.
you didn't have a real dad and he never took you to a ball game.
That's right.
No, for real.
And you didn't make no money going to watch ball games. You spent money.
You were out trying to steal donuts from the mobsters and sell them back to them, and then,
I had to eat.
It got to be, Seth, where all Harry had to do was just say take, and then they just took over. I mean, he didn't even have to really say, because I don't think.
No.
Root for the Cubbies.
Why would they say, I don't care if I ever come back?
Because if they don't win.
Let's get some runs.
So long, everybody. Well, they're getting. Hold on, Cubs were up on the Phillies 6-2 at that point.
If they were down, we'd always say, "Let's get some runs."
I made it 3 times to Wrigley Field as a kid, and it was when Ivan DeJesus was the shortstop, and I think Rick and Paul Russell were the pitchers, and Billy Buckner was first base, Ron Say third base. I don't know if I was there when Ryan Sandberg was second, but I might have been. Dave Kingman. Remember Dave Kingman?
Yeah, the big stud.
He was like 6'7", and he'd either knock it out or he'd strike out. I think he literally had a 192 batting average with 52 home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seth, have you ever been to a ball game in Wrigley?
Yeah, it sucks. Remember, it's got the when I went there, the trough.
Yeah,
that had to pee in, which scarred me forever.
Yeah, I mean Wrigley Field is not now. They have.
Why did it scar you forever?
Well, I mean, yeah. Just as a kid, I just was a little shocked.
You got your little wiener hanging in a trough, and
the trough. Okay, I got
you. And you got Lexington Steel standing beside you. You feel somewhat inadequate.
They used to have that at Tampa Stadium.
I just wasn't. I wasn't mentally. My pod didn't mentally prepare me for what I walked into.
We still got a trough in the pit in the boys' bathroom in the pits at BRP.
Sure do.
A trough. And you just got to lay out your meat, and then everybody can.
Somebody hangs one longer than you pee on them.
Hold on.
That's what I did.
Hold on, Gene. So you're saying you hang one over, and then if some big
dude whips out, and I'm going. I just turn
and just pee on him.
Yeah, they jump
on his wing.
Yeah, they don't fight you because they got the stuff in their hand.
The way he looks at life is just flawed.
I don't think so. I think that's a good point. That's good. Nobody taught me any trough behavior. But
see, if Paul would have said, by the way, Austin Wolf lent me $50 on the super chat. Gene's the man. See, what if Larry, Paul, would have said, listen, little Sethy, we're going to go pee, and there's going to be a big trough. There's not going to be individual dividers and stuff. And here's the deal. When you get your little wiener out and you're peeing, and if there's some really big, large guy who's got a big penis and it makes you feel inadequate, just pee on his wiener. And that'll really put him down to 0.
Wait, Gene, you pee on his wiener?
Well, I'm not saying that. I just turn, wherever it goes, it goes.
Well, maybe on his jacket. Maybe on
right on the side of his leg, his foot, something. As long as it hits him, they move over.
Now,
piss on his wiener.
So now at that point, I mean, are you on the is that on the wrap up stage? This isn't in the early. This is probably
you can't really tell whether you're on the wrap up stage when they pull in. If they pull in on the start, you can't just wait it out. You just got to do what you do quickly and get it on.
Who dubbed you Mr.
Bob Uecker died last night. Mr. Baseball, long time.
Oh, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time play-by-play guy for the Milwaukee Brewers.
I thought we were just doing it because he was cool.
Starred in Major League 1 and 2. Can you find me an excerpt?
You want him of doing it real or in
no,
movie?
in the movie.
Okay, yeah.
In the movie.
Yeah.
It was Carson who dubbed you Mr. Baseball, right? He's the guy.
Yeah. The first time he did it, it made me laugh. I was still backstage, and I heard him say, "Mr. Baseball's with us tonight." And as we say goodnight, Johnny shakes hands with everybody at McMahon, And I hear him say to Ed McMahon, did that guy really play baseball? And Ed said, I think so. I don't know.
Sean H. get the 5 subs.
It became
Thank you for this for the gifted subs.
a catchphrase with the Tonight Show, anyway, and everybody else now. But
How many times were you on with Johnny Carson?
I just found out the other day. I did a podcast with somebody the other day who has watched every Tonight Show that Johnny Carson ever did. And he told me that I was on 62 times, which was the most.
You have me beat.
But
62 to 1. I was on with Johnny one time. I was on with Leno subsequent, and Fallon, Conan. Okay, but I told Ed McMahon, I said, I really want to be on one time before Johnny left. So a month before he left, he had me on, right? And when you're sitting there, right, and he's doing all that Johnny Carson stuff. He's sneaking the drag on the cigarette when the camera isn't on him. He's rapping the desk with the pencil. He laughs. You hear him laugh, You say something, the audience laughs, but you hear him laugh. You're like on cloud 9. I made Johnny Carson laugh. Man. I'm on the Tonight Show. I'm doing okay. Man.
Lummy, did you find one for me?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
All right. This is the infamous movie. New York Yankees. Actually, this was probably what made him more. Obviously, if you're a Milwaukee Brewer fan, you knew who Bob Uecker was. But this is kind of what made him more pop culturally popular. He was the play-by-play guy, and was it Charlie Sheen was in the movie Major League?
Yes.
Charlie Sheen was the star on that, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, when he was
a pitcher.
Yeah, he was a pitcher.
Yeah.
American League champs, the New York Yankees.
I thought he was just a movie star.
No, he was a play-by-play guy.
We'll have some of the names that go with those faces before their first at-bat. Anyway, listen to the roar of the crowd as the Indians take the field.
Yeah, this was the movie.
Yes, sir, they love this club here in Cleveland. On into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Oh, shit.
And then
Hello, Tribe fans. Welcome back to Major League Baseball. Sort of. Paid attendance today is 1,412. Some of them were driven away by a little 10-run first inning the Red Sox put up.
10-run first inning.
Take over, Monty. I'm in the bag.
For the Indians, 1 run on, let's see, 1 hit. That's all. We got 1 goddamn hit.
You can't say goddamn on the air.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
Say! The Indians win it! The Indians win it! Oh, my God, the Indians win it!
So let me. Is this the same excerpt?
Yeah, kind of. Trevor fight $20.
It was a good movie, man.
Oh, it was. It was a great movie.
Wow,
There's not been a lot of probably Field of Dreams, Major League. I don't know. There's been a lot of baseball movies that were ever.
I mean, Sandlot.
All of them were good.
Angels in the outfield.
Truthfully.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with any of those.
Really?
No.
You seen them?
WWE and TNA now are forming a pro wrestling partnership. Now, is this going to be like when WWE bought WCW, or is this going to be more of like just like a?
It's like a working partnership. Wrestlers can appear on
either.
WWE wrestlers can appear more on TNA programming, and TNA guys can show up on WWE TV, which they've done in the past. Like a couple of years ago, they had, I think it may have been Jordan Grace at the time. I don't know if I'm wrong.
It was.
Yeah, she was in the Royal Rumble with the TNA women's belt. And
I'm
I think Mickey James may have been the first one to show up in the Royal Rumble with a TNA belt. And that was a while ago.
Now, does this have a little bit to do with the fact that their Monday Night Raw is no longer available on network television, and they can, you're going to have to be a subscriber to watch Monday Night Raw, and they can cycle through some of their lesser known talent as they're developing them on.
No, this is about Vince McMahon did not want any of this stuff. He did not want to recognize any other wrestling promotions, and Triple H and the new regime realizes that
there's an upside to that.
Yeah, I mean, mixing it up, and I mean, you can't ignore that there's other wrestling promotions out there, and why not work with them if it can benefit you in the long run?
And I think this is a partnership that was on the way regardless of the Netflix and Raw stuff. I think they've been working on this for a while.
And Vince might have been the hang up on the deal just because he's so old school.
Oh yeah, like if one of these guys wants to go, do a one-off in Japan, or something like that.
Right.
I've heard that Triple H has been very okay with these things.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, it's Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Let's not forget eight Men Out and The Natural with Robert Redford.
Yeah, again, I'm not up on baseball movies. I know that I'm very limited on my knowledge of baseball movies. There's been a lot of good ones as the boys blurted them out, and So yeah, I'm not.
Man, they're all classics. It's like every one of them is a smash. Anyway,
which one? Would Field of Dreams be the biggest? You think?
No.
Man, it's up there.
Lasker has no idea.
I think so.
Lasker doesn't even know.
The
Take
Field
me
of
out
Dreams
to
is where the dude
Lasker
took
doesn't
his
even
yard
know.
and made it into a baseball, and he goes, "They'll come. You make it, they'll come.
Build it, and they will come."
Right. But no, that ain't the best one.
Well, Gene, you also
Wild
did,
Man's
you
better
also
than that.
did- you-
Wild Thing.
Let me, James from Tarpon, our boy Mark from Tarpon,
Thank
or
you.
is that 843 Bubba?
It's by what's his
James
last?
Donahue?
Yeah, that's 843 Bubba.
843 Bubba, $200 on the PayPal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the Lasker effect. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Gene, you don't have any standing on saying what the best baseball movie of all time is, considering you don't even know the words to Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I watch TV.
Yeah, he likes Bull Durham
from time to time.
Okay.
And I've seen the movie, so that's where I'm going with.
Okay.
You don't have to know the words to the ball game to know that you've watched a good show.
Okay. All right, bud.
I'm not singing the song during the movie.
Do you remember the lyrics of it? Take
me out to the ball game. I don't care if we win. As long as Bubba eats his Cracker Jacks, we're all gonna win.
Hey, Gene, how many players take the field when they run out of the dugout?
Yeah, how many players?
13.
How many?
13.
13.
Okay.
No, wait a second. I can count it out. Hold on.
No,
1, 2,
hold
3,
on.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nope.
9.
Oh, nailed it.
9.
9. I
There's 9.
forgot the catcher.
9.
There you go.
Yeah, I know how many play the game. Okay.
Gene, what's the bullpen?
That's where they all hang out before they bat out.
That's where they hang out before they bat out.
Right.
There you go.
Bat out.
Right. Gene, what's a designated hitter?
Somebody who can't hit the ball that good, so you put a good guy in there and you allowed one a game. Right?
That's a pinch hitter. But.
Right, that's a pinch hitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. Gene, what's a shift? An infield shift.
Because the guy sucks, so everybody comes in close. Right?
No.
Spot on, dude.
All right, buddy. Hey, Bob, good talking to you, whatever your name is.
Wait, Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, I was actually calling about the documentary that's being done on you. You had mentioned that you want to obviously make the rounds with the leaders of the social medias and podcasters, and I was going to pass along, man, that Rogan's mentioned now the past, I don't know, 3-4 months, probably 10 times, that if you have something going on, release it. Do not contact me, because once you contact him, he checks out. He'll have you on, but he's checked out. So what he's suggested is get your information out there, let it become viral, let it become a hit, and once it's on my radar, I'll call you. So I was just going to give you the heads up.
Now, hold on. And I will take that in consideration. I think that's great knowledge to know what he's saying and how he's positioning, potential guests. I think that, thank you for that input. But you have to understand that Joe and I are friends. I've had Joe on my show a couple different times.
And Bubba already went viral a while ago.
I mean, and so, when these average people that are trying to get on Rogan's show, I don't know that Joe has ever been on their show before. So I think that might change my Joe Rogan parameters. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to make a calculated, assessment on that. But I think. Go ahead.
75 to 80% of the people he interviews are his friends, and he says over and over on a lot of his shows, leave me alone, let me find you, because if I find you, I'm genuinely interested.
Sir, I had Joe Rogan on.
Get your information.
Sure.
All right, I'm trying to help you, Bubba.
Sir, I'm going to listen to what you got to say, but Joe Rogan was on my show when my show was larger than Joe Rogan's. Joe Rogan personally told me that he's a fan of my show and has been late to several different meetings because he was riveted to my show and he could not leave his car. I think that changes things a little bit when I'm contacting Joe about potentially being on his show. I don't think that my documentary has to be a hit in order to get on Joe's radar. I think I can send the trailer of my documentary to Joe, tell him that I have a release date on this, and then would he be interested in having me? He's already had Hogan on a couple different times, and Hogan has a don't talk about the sex tape policy. In contacting Joe, when I do, I will say, Joe, I will be able to talk about the things that Hogan couldn't.
Boom.
I think that that's different than the average guy who's never met Joe who's trying to get on his show. Would you not agree?
No, because the people he interviews are the people that are his friends.
Ball Toronto 25.
And I think
75% of the people he interviews are his buddies.
Okay, well, I consider him a friend.
And he says, "Leave me alone. I'll find you. If I find you, I'm genuinely interested. Let's go. Tell your story."
Okay.
I get it, Bubba. I understand.
You don't get it because you don't know the business. You know the business.
No, I do get it. No, you're going to do whatever you want, regardless of what direction you receive from anyone.
No, I'm not. I'm going to do what I think's going to work.
That's what you do. Look, that's why you're in the position.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, the guy's not going to listen. Most people say that I won't get on Rogan. Maybe I don't. I think I got a good chance to get on Rogan. I think I got a good chance to get on Tucker. I mean, at the end of the day, I got my documentary is something that's very interesting, and it's a side of this really, really, really well-known story that
people want to know about.
That people don't know about.
They don't know, but they want to know, and now you're throwing it out there because you ain't said nothing.
So, I think the guy's a Joe Rogan mark, and he doesn't realize that I am a Joe Rogan mark, but I am Joe's friend. And how many people can say this, sir? This is where your thinking is flawed. How many people that Joe Rogan has had on the air did Joe Rogan appear on their show first? I mean, Seth, you probably know, or Rhett probably knows.
I don't think Joe Rogan's been on many podcasts.
Right, what I'm saying is,
shows lately.
So I mean, so what Joe Rogan is throwing out there to potential people that are bugging him about being on his podcasts, I don't know that anybody that has contacted Joe Rogan to be on his podcast, that he has already done that he was a guest on their show.
He just had Theo Von on again for the second time, but he's never been on the Theo Von show.
Right. So, I mean, I might be one of the maybe Adam, has he been on Adam Carolla's show?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. Joe was on my show 2 different times. Joe regards me as a talented broadcaster. Been brought up several different times. I mean, we have excerpts of it, do we
sure
not?
Do.
The boys can find it where Joe, has just off the cuff mentioned that I'm a good dude and that he likes me. So out of all the people and all the thousands of people, the thousands of emails that Joe gets a day, can I come on your show? Can I come on your show? Can I come on your show? Of all those people, the reason why Joe's got to say, listen, get something, establish it, make it be a hit, and then I'll find you. But of those people that have reached out to him, how many instances have there been that he, what was it, 08?
Yeah.
15 years ago, appeared on their show a couple different times and has, organically over the last couple years.
There's one.
There's one. There's another one.
That's 19 minutes. It's
okay. Yeah, those are both really. Those are both real long. I'll just play this real fast. This is just a slight mention.
Shock
jock stuff.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Bubba the Love Sponge.
I like Bubba.
I got nothing against Bubba. It's a hilarious name.
Bubba's a good guy.
Yeah.
Now, sir, you're looping that. So that's what Joe thinks of me. And just a fleeting type conversation with one of his guests. And now you're looping me in with everybody that contacts Joe to be on his show. You don't think that I potentially have a leg up or an advantage of getting on Joe, or Joe reading my email or giving me an opportunity, when he just had Hulk Hogan on 6 months ago, and Hogan has a very strict, you can't talk about the sex tape deal. Well, one, Joe likes me. We've established that. Two, Joe's been on my show as a guest on my show a couple different times. And three, I have information that a guest of yours told you couldn't talk about when you had him on the show. I mean, I think
that's in like Flint.
Every great radio guy's gotten fired.
Yeah.
Howard Stern got fired. You got fired. Like Bubba the Love Sponge.
And it was just
fired.
like Howard
Everybody's
Stern.
been fired.
I've had top ratings.
Again, when Joe reels off who he thinks is great radio people.
Every great radio guy's gotten fired.
Yeah.
Howard Stern got fired. You got fired. Like Bubba the Love Sponge.
And it was just
fired.
like Howard
Everybody's
Stern.
been fired.
I've had top ratings, and they were all pissed and weird about it. The weird thing.
So I mean, like, sir, you're looping me in. You get all pissy and tell me, you're gonna do what you want. You're being bullheaded. You're not listening. No, you're not listening, and you don't know what you're talking about.
So shut up.
So shut up. I hope I don't lose you as a listener, but you don't know what you and you know what? There is a chance that Joe doesn't want me on his show.
No, there ain't.
No, I think there is. I mean,
but that'll just be if he's not intrigued by the sex tape story.
Of course he is. Everybody is.
Yeah.
They want to hear it. Hogan wouldn't talk about it. Bubba will. They're gonna. Well, we'll take that. Yep. Right. Let's go.
I mean, it's
especially because it's his deal.
So anyway, WWE TNA Forge Pro Wrestling partnership, that's refreshing. It's I mean, I think it's probably better for the TNA talent than it is the WWE talent.
It's good for the business.
Yeah, you know what? There you go. It's good for the workers.
Yep.
It's good and that's good by me.
You thirsty?
What do you want to get me an orange juice?
No, I want you to go to break. Don't we got a commercial to do?
Yeah, I hear a moment.
That guy's gonna made me mad.
Hello.
Morning, this is Mike from Miami. Hey, just I know you got your thing laid out. Just a reminder.
Hold on, Gene's thirsty, so hurry up.
No, just reminder to ask him what that insurance guy didn't like about his warning of dog sign.
Oh, I had to take it down.
Dog attack.
All right. Well,
yeah, I know. What was the reason?
Because it made it look like I knew that humans were going to die on my land, and that's not,
So hold on. So I don't quite remember. Was an insurance guy coming to your
property? Yeah, the insurance guy was looking at my other property I bought next door.
The crackhead place.
Yeah. And then he said he saw the sign
signs
on the front of my house, and he goes, we're going to have to change that sign. I said, why? Because it's too raw.
Too graphic?
Too graphic. People.
What did the sign say?
It said, cane corsos can kill humans, and I own 2.
Okay. It seems like it's pretty factual to me.
Right, but he just says, killing humans, and I have 2. No, can't put that together.
So you had to take him down?
Yeah, I took him down. I don't want my insurance to go up. Geez, I pay a lot as it is.
Did he suggest just maybe perhaps beware of the dog?
Warning dogs. That's it.
Warning dogs.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
You wanted
I wanted you to really know, so you didn't make a mistake that you couldn't.
Warning dogs is one thing, but you could be killed, man. That makes me not want to jump over that fence.
Exactly.
The insurance guy is completely wrong on that. Warning dogs means to me like, okay, maybe the guy's got like, whatever, German Shepherd or something.
All right. I can make it to the front door and back.
Not a King Corso.
No.
When I return, Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal supposedly officially signed.
Yes.
So, we're good.
Yeah, they said hostages could be released starting as soon as Saturday.
So this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. And is this a combo deal? Is this a Trump-Biden deal, or is this all on Joe?
I don't.
Or is
I
it
don't.
all on Joe knowing that
they know Trump's coming, they got to do it anyway. Might as well do it right now.
give Joe some credit?
Yeah, so they can, make it look like it wasn't Trump, but it's Trump. They wasn't doing this, before the election.
I mean, they weren't doing it for 2 years.
Exactly.
And literally,
Does this help the Jews out, Steph?
Yes, it's going to release a lot of the Jewish people that.
Why, you guys are captive over there?
Oh yeah.
they got a bunch of Jewish people that they've captured.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have the bodies too of, I guess, possibly 30 or more that they're not going to release until the final phase of this process.
That's the people that are dead, so they give them back to their families so they can bury them the right way.
Yeah.
Do you guys bury people different than regular people?
No, not that I know of.
Gene, what are the ways to bury people?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they don't. Indians stick them up on something high and burn them out, and maybe Jews do something different than us cremating or burying our people in the ground.
I think we're all. I know Jewish. It's all about going back into the earth. So I don't think we have like a mausoleum. Would that be when you're above the earth?
Oh, yeah, more of a casket in the earth kind of deal.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta be in the ground.
That's very conventional, Gene.
Yeah,
that's the way.
That's cool.
That's the way white trash like you do it.
Well, Diaco's not going to be regular.
No, he's going to be in a mausoleum.
Yeah, he's above the ground.
Like a $500,000 mausoleum.
Worms won't get to him. Termites will.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Me too, man.
By the time I got to bed, it was 11:30, and I was kind of hungry. That alarm went off at 4 o'clock, and I said,
my alarm went off at 3:40, and I'm like, oh my God, maybe this can be the day that I get an extra hour and just be late to work. But then I'm like, I can't because I gotta fucking prep, and then I got here and I was like, man, they really fucking cleaned up pretty nice. So that was pretty cool. They got all the food put away and shit.
oh no, whoever did everything out there, whoever was working, they did.
Big Red and
the dudes that were helping you keep everything nice and stuff and straighten the chairs out after
we gotta bring that up.
So people had the right room. They never stopped all night long from doing something.
I gotta bring those people up. I think Red, Johnny K, Buck, Willie.
Who's the big bald-headed guy that was doing the food? He's a big old boy.
Johnny Castica.
I thought it was Fezcheck when I first seen him.
I don't think he listens to the show anymore.
Of course he does. But I looked at him and I in my mind I'm going like, what are you doing here? And I looked at him a little bit better and it wasn't him. But that's a big old boy right there too.
I sneaked out of here about 9:05.
Yeah.
And I sneaked out like you wouldn't believe too.
Well, it was around 9 o'clock, and I was looking for you. And then I seen that you were gone. Then I wanted to go. I said, well, I'm going to go so I get me some good sleep. But the people wouldn't let me, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I got to the next
oh man,
couple,
God, Gene's one of the only rock stars left.
They jumped up in there and wanted to handshake me, you know, and then start talking. And it's just funny how they remember everything from years ago. They remember every line that we said.
Hey, do people like the hand washing station?
I think so.
Workplace roundups. Wow.
Did you get yourself some water? All right. I was gonna say I got you one if you need it.
Okay, all right. You gave me one.
I didn't know if you need another one. You should
Oh,
need
another
first.
one? I'm
Yeah.
good, thanks. Was this what I was drinking last night? What was the Celsius water type deal? Water with a taste to it.
That was their new tea.
It was
flavored tea with CBD in it.
Oh, is that why they asked me why if I like?
I didn't.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We got a Lummy. We were gonna do two of them.
Two events.
We were gonna do two special screenings. I'm just gonna say that, and I've already let the cat out of the bag by a mistake. So. But I only have 50 slots, and I was going to do a 10 o'clock because it takes there's three of them, and they're each about 50 minutes long. So you play one, then take like 10 minutes, go to the bathroom, whatever, and then play another one, and then play the other one, and then ask some questions. But no, there are some rules, Lummy, I must tell, and that is no cell phones in the studio. That's where we're playing it. You're going to have to put your cell phone in the kitchen. Like just on the counter or in a box, and then in between.
Why? So the phone don't ring, or so they don't?
No, it's like a Diddy party.
No, so they don't, have it on and copy any of it.
Yeah,
and then so in between episodes, you can go check your phone and go to the bathroom, or if anytime you need to excuse yourself because you feel you need to go check your phone, you can do that as well.
I would say anybody needs to excuse themselves, gets out of the chair, gets changed out by someone outside.
Well, Gene, we're not going to have anybody on a waiting list. Like, we're only going to pick 50 people.
Oh, and they're all going to see it at the same time.
We were going to do it. Yeah, we were going to do it in two increments, Lummy, one at 10 and then one at 1:30. But I'm just going to go ahead and I canceled the 10 o'clock one.
What?
I put them. Is that a problem?
No.
Okay.
Is that, so the TVs outside are for people that didn't sign up?
No, it's only being played in here.
Oh.
That's it.
Cool.
And I'm going to get the white chairs, and we're going to set up approximately 50 or so, places, 50 or so seats.
There's going to be TVs outside tonight to see.
Yeah, there'll be TV outside tonight to watch 199.
Oh, okay. I was thinking for the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you add 843 Bubba to that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening to the show and you'd like to be added, I'm down. I'm down to 843 Bubba. And then Merch Crick will check you in, and I'm down to let me see. I only got 12 slots left.
Uh-oh.
So, and if you don't get in, you don't get in.
Too bad. So sad.
So get a hold of us if you'd like to go. and I'm very excited because I mean, I will tell you this. After I cried, it's done.
Nice.
And I cried on the third. There's 3 of them, and on the third one, when the credits were rolling, it plays this particular song, and it goes through some "Where Are They Now" type parameters, and I started crying after I watched it about 3 days ago, just because it's here, it's done. It's been something that's been bugging me now for 13 or 14 years. The story is finally told fairly. Like the entire story
Well,
is
it's always going to be told fairly when it's you telling it.
I don't have anything to do with it, Gene.
Well, they had to ask you questions.
I understand that, but the filmmakers, they put this thing together the best way they feel this
You
thing
answered every question they wanted to know?
Yeah. And I didn't get paid. I'm not getting paid. I'm not part of any part of the production.
Well, what asset is it to you? Just for people to know the truth?
Yeah. That's what I mean, how many times in my radio career
You don't want to die being lied on, huh?
No, but how many times in my radio and like just you being my friend.
I know what happened.
I know, but let me just ask you this: rather than be a dick, take a step back and try to be my friend here. How many times and you've been rolling around Tampa the last 12 years, and my name comes up because they know that you and I are friends, and then that topic comes up. And they got it completely wrong.
Every time.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
Every time.
One more time, please.
Every time.
Thank you.
And I have to fix it the best way I know how.
All right,
without saying everything.
So this thing here fixes it. And it doesn't fix it to make me look like, listen, in this piece, Gene, when I'm interviewed, do you know what I say? I'm not an innocent party here. I got skin in this game. Had I not recorded this event, this would have never happened. So I'm not innocent by all means. I have a lot of onus. I have a lot of guilt. I'm very guilty in what happened here. But there's a side of it that you don't know about that I'd like for you to know about. And I think the filmmakers do a pretty good job of, there's one part where Tom Bean goes, he is such an idiot. Had he not recorded this, none of this would have happened. So this isn't a Bubba fluff piece. It doesn't make me look that good. But what it does do is it tells you the entire story. And then you can form your own opinion about it. Like, oh.
The people kind of need this.
And so, Gene, here's the deal. When you walk your people through it, and it's not even as extensive
not
as
even
this
close.
is, but when you walk your people through it, they're like, I had no idea that such and such stole it and then chopped it.
Suing him and
the FBI arrested him and let him go. And that for real? I thought Bubba was the piece of crap that recorded it and then tried to broker it and tried to sell it and tried to stab Hogan in the back. That Bubba didn't do that?
But see, you know what? Even me being your friend and it happened, we were separated from each other during that time. I got a whole different story in the beginning that was way different. And I told you the story I knew, and you told me different. And so the stories out there are
there's
more than one. There's thousands.
Oh yeah.
Of
So
what they think happened.
This is not.
You got tired of not being
not a Bubba propaganda piece, not a Bubba produced piece, not a nothing. This is a piece from an independent filmmaker
that grabbed all the facts
and
up.
has got all the facts and interviewed a lot of different people. And
so this could really help you in your rest of your life, though, couldn't it?
Well, I think
you won't be the bad guy so much anymore.
You know what? I think this more importantly is therapeutic.
Okay.
Because first of all, I'm probably not going to make any money on it. I don't even have a deal with the film company to make money. Like I don't even have a piece of paper stating that if it sells X amount of units. No, they're legitimate film. They're legit. They've produced 10 other documentaries.
Oh wow.
that have been published. it's a
That
pretty
real people watch?
It's a real company that's had things on Netflix, and so here's the deal. More than anything, it's therapeutic because I don't have to talk about it ever again on the air. All I got to say now is go watch the doc. Just go watch it. It'll give you all the information, good and bad, and it doesn't make me look good. In some instances, it says Bubba's a piece of shiz that recorded it. Bubba got what's coming to him. So that's where I think people really will like it, is because it's not a Bubba fluff piece. It's not. It's a Bubba truth piece. And some of the truth makes me look good, and some of the truth makes me look bad. But in today's environment, without this coming out,
you're really bad.
I'm 100% bad.
Yeah.
With this coming out, I think it knocks me down to 50. Bubba's only 50% the dick I thought he was. I didn't know that he didn't do that, and that. And that's really messed up.
Yeah.
And then there's a twist to it that will freak people out as to how this tape was used to try to take some other people down as well. So anyway, it's I after it was all said and done, and this has been such a long struggle for me. Seth, you've seen me struggle with it. Lummy, you've seen me struggle with it. Rhett, you've seen me struggle with it. Macho, you've seen me struggle with it. It's just something that I'm always going to struggle with because I feel like, I'm just so misunderstood, and I never will be able to get the story out. And this gets the story out as fairly as it possible. This is the fairest piece that's ever been done about the Hulk Hogan sex tape. This is the fairest piece. And this isn't about who financed it and, oh my God, freedom of speech and anything. No, this is basically the sex tape and the chain of command of who had it, who distributed it, who sold it, who negotiated it, who got arrested, who got let off, why they did it, how they used the sex tape for other situations, how bad it destroyed me, other people's got rewarded. It's just, it tells every facet of this. And the reason why the story was never told is because Cox versus Hogan. Hogan sued Cox, and it never went to trial. It got settled. And had it gone to trial,
then people would have known.
Then people would have known what's in this documentary. But since it's got settled, Channel 13 doesn't come out tonight and say, tonight, first on Fox, this lawsuit is settled, and here's the stuff you would have found out about it. No, you never hear that.
No.
You hear, hey, first on Fox, Cox and Hogan settled their lawsuit. Both parties have no comment. That's what you hear. So,
who specifically do you want to see this and to hear the truth? Is it just anybody who has a negative perception, or is there anybody, a group of people, or anybody in particular that you would like to see this,
or just a common man?
Just the common person who knows a little bit about it, but doesn't quite know all about it, and probably perceives me as the guy that is the most guilty of all, and I did it all. Most people think I did it all. I taped it. I burned it to CD. I took it to work. I then brokered it. I called up Keith Davidson and other people and said, how much is this worth? I found out that it wasn't worth much. And then I leaked it to Gawker to try to cause havoc. Now, so if you just think about it, why would I ever do that? I'm absolutely planning my own demise, right? I mean, if I was to be the one that brokered it and sold it after I found out that it was worthless because I didn't have 2257 consent forms on Heather and Hogan, then at that point, why would I want it to go any further? Any further is going to be detrimental to my career. So, I mean, it doesn't even make sense that I would want to go any further than that. So, but obviously it went much further than that. And, people's lives were destroyed. My life was destroyed because of this sex tape. And here's the bottom line.
Well, who else? You say people. Who else got destroyed?
Michael Rucker, $50, would like to get added to the list with his wife.
Because the people that needed to be destroyed, they're not. So who else was it?
Nobody.
Nobody. Just you.
I mean,
person.
Yeah. And this was all part of trying to get me put in jail and not available to do radio in Tampa, Florida. And they succeeded. So, anyway, let me have to get that name from you. Who is it?
Michael Rucker.
Michael Rucker plus his wife?
Yes, in a two-knock dock.
All right, perfect.
So do you think the radio stations see this and then they cast a different view? And
I don't know if it's going to make.
they want to.
I don't know if it's going to make radio stations view me differently, but I think it's going to make the public view me differently, and or it may not. But it'll at least give you, it'll give you the story and how it went down.
Yep.
And that could it can't listen. The tape has done its damage to me. I'm now rebounding from the damage that it did.
Well, why haven't you said what happened? Why haven't you?
Oh, I have Gene at nauseum.
Are you told not to?
Seth will tell you. I've said it at nauseum. I just don't have a large enough platform for people to care.
I never get tired of hearing the truth.
Shut up. I have Gene,
right?
But my window and my audience is only so big,
right?
And they've heard it. They're sick of hearing it. And so they need to hear it, or people that don't listen to the show need to see it so that they can all say,
seeing it and hearing it at the same time is going to make a big change.
Obviously, visually, things are more powerful. But here's the deal. When it's not me telling the story, I'm just a person that they interview. This film company interviewed me on four different occasions. And that's it. That's the only dabbling I have in this. That's it. I mean, I don't have anything else to do. So when I tell the story, people's mindset are, well, of course Bubba's going to say that.
Yeah.
He's trying to get himself out of trouble. Piece of crap. He did it all. Of course, Bubba and Seth, he's going to make Seth back him up, and then Lummy backs up everything, and then, Rhett's tired of hearing it, and everybody. We're tired of Bubba. We're tired of Bubba being the messenger of that the Hogan sex tape. There's way more to it than what meets the eye. They're tired of it.
So how many people are they asking questions to?
Oh my God, I would say, 15, 20. Including documents and former prosecuting attorneys, former federal attorneys. There's just a bunch of people. Reggie Roundtree's in it. Tom Bean's in it. J.D. Occo's in it. Kevin Hazlett's in it.
Who has the breakout performance?
I would say the breakout performance would be Kevin Hazlett.
So they cut my part out of there?
Roger Stone's in it. Yeah, they cut your part out of it, Gene.
Let me tell you something,
Bubba, he's shady and everything. I wouldn't doubt that he had it all set up. So anyway,
is Forgiato blowing it?
What's that?
No,
is Forgiato blowing it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Finally, it's the story being told by an unbiased opinion. By an independent movie
that do this for a living.
That do this for a living.
I like it.
It's been a 3-year project.
No kidding.
And it's done. It's done. And I can't wait for people to see it and their reactions. Because I think when this Saturday, when I play it, I think people are like, "Oh my God!"
So is it gonna upset you in front of all the people when you see them a little bit upset because now they know the truth? Is it gonna make you cry some more too?
Maybe. I cried after. I did cry. I cried. Yeah.
Well, I'd cry over losing millions of dollars too.
Yeah.
No matter what I did.
It's cost me millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yep.
But don't feel sorry for me because I'm the one that
had a good time doing it.
Hold on. I'm the one that hit the record button. So I probably deserve what I got. But
I don't know about that. Just hitting the record button don't give you all of that loss.
But had it not been taken and stolen from me, only 3 people would have known about it. It would have never been a national event. It would have never been leaked, and it would have never wrecked and wrecked the amount of lives that it did. I know that it didn't do any justice for Heather. I know that, although
a lot of people that talk to me think Heather did it.
I don't think
because you were getting a divorce at that time, and she had a prenup, and she threw that up saying, "Ain't no more prenup. I got this tape saying I get 50%." Boop. That's what a lot of people think. Truthfully.
I think we're running a little bit behind. We think it'd be a good time for a break.
Yeah, sounds good.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Stacy G and her +1.
Do.
Do you mind if I sell movie snacks outside? I'll check purses.
You know, I thought about that earlier, going like, can I sell M&M's?
And who else, Lummy?
Stacy G and her +1.
Some snow caps.
Oh, my dad loves them. You know, you could get we sell for $6-7 a pop. I mean,
they sell for that at the damn
that movie theater. I mean, we're
no problem. There's $10 now. $10.
Oh my God.
$10 a box.
Seth, you should buy a bunch of Girl Scout cookies and be out there selling them.
I'd buy me some mints.
See?
Aqua Bieto for $8 a can.
9.
9.
Yeah.
What is that?
The canned water.
It's $9 a can for water?
No, we're gonna be selling it.
Oh, you buy from Seth? Oh, yeah.
And that's pure profit. Because we get that
income
for free. I mean.
So Lummy, we got it's noon on Saturday.
Yes.
And if you're not on the list, you're not getting in. And I only got 7 more slots left.
So, group of lips.
What happens if this does get leaked?
Oh, it'd be fucking catastrophic. It wouldn't be good. That's why I'm only putting people in that I trust.
What do you mean, Seth? Someone tapes it and plays it?
You guys, let's just not even go there and let's just not even talk about that. Give anybody any ideas.
Rainey wants on the list, Bubba.
Rainy.
Yes.
What up, Lunger?
And I'm
Thank you,
assuming
Felix.
because they're +1.
She didn't put that, but
Ask her.
I am.
I don't have to buy another fucking box. Now I'm done. Got what I needed. In and out.
Yes, her +1, Bubba.
What up, Paul? What up, Madden Crusher? Oh, man. Woo! What up, Grouper Lips? What up, Thomas? Oh. What up, Bubba Wendy? Man, tracking storms, that was fun. Tracking storms right in the middle of
highly volatile political season. What a fucking time, man. What up, 6ix9ine? What up, Letarian? What's up, LM? Yeah, Nick did a good job. I gotta clean it up though, because Bubble yelled at me to have a clean workspace.
No, Rainy, you're good, Rainy.
I'll see you on Saturday, sunny days. Not one day earlier.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Oh man, only 57 more minutes. I know Lasker's dragging ass because he's getting a little grouchy. Tired. I'm tired. Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal officially signed. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a ceasefire deal that will ensure the release of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. Israel Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu previously accused Hamas of reneging on the deal with new demands, which could have cost and delayed a cabinet vote on the agreement. Meanwhile, Israel strikes across the Gaza Strip have killed at least 48 people in the past 24 hours. Seems like Israel's been kind of churning it up a little bit to get them to maybe want to sign this quicker. Under the term, which I have no problem with. Under the terms of the agreement, let's not forget who attacked who. Under the terms of the agreement, Gene, do you know how this, because you don't watch the news.
I don't know anything about none of that.
Under the agreement, Wednesday, 33 hostages were to be released by Hamas over 6 weeks in
Sunny
exchange.
days, $200. Thank you, Sonny.
I mean, I heard that what's happening now because it was, Biden is taking Trump didn't do this, but
Gene, you got to talk on the microphone. I mean, you're literally 18 feet from the microphone. Okay, I've taught you.
I was going to sleep.
I know, but you got to get on the microphone.
So anyway, Trump coming in.
Let me do Gene impersonation.
Let me tell you something, Joe. Biden said, "I get some last minute credit for."
Lasker, get on that microphone.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So how do you understand this particular situation
that these guys have problems overseas, and Biden ain't done nothing about it, and they got all kinds of people in hostages and stuff. And now,
when you say
now Trump's he's
now
in.
Who are the parties that have a problem with each other? It's Gene Lasker,
the Israelis and Hondurans. No,
not close.
Hondurans.
They might be on our radar next.
Isn't Honduras down in Africa somewhere?
No, Honduras is in South America.
Okay.
Well, who is
It's Israel as a country, and then within the country of Israel, there's two sections of Israel.
One piece of land, and it's split in half.
There's two pieces of land. There's the West Bank, and there's the Gaza Strip.
But each one wants it to be one, and they want
the Gaza Strip and the West Bank are controlled by the Palestinians.
Okay, there you go.
But the majority of the peninsula or the state is Israel.
But they're doing this because they know Trump's coming back, and he's going to stop it anyway.
Do you know the event that took place in October that caused all this 2 years ago?
No.
Here the crazy, stinky Palestinians came in or Hamas, which is the sleeper terrorist cell within Palestine.
They took the volleyball girl?
No, they didn't take the volleyball girl, Gene. They may have, but they came in on these fan glider fan gliders at an electronic musical festival and just started picking off people. Killed 50 or 60 or something like that. and then that's what caused this whole.
Israelis did that?
No, it was in Israel. Music festival.
Like 1,700 people died.
That's right.
1,700 people died.
The Palestinians, in conjunction with their terrorists.
Well, of course they're going to war then.
Yeah, Israel's not going to put up with that.
No.
So that's what it started this, and now we've been going through it for 2 years. America dabbling and helping, kind of not, kind of, not, but kind of, and now it looks like maybe the threat of Trump coming has got everybody to maybe freak out a little bit, because I think Trump's gonna boss hog in there and really, really be more pro-Israel than Joe was.
Right.
And Hamas and the terrorist groups within Palestine know that Trump's a way different, heavy-handed person than Sleepy Joe, and things could get even worse for them. So I think that has a lot to do with them.
Do both sides of them guys believe in God? But they got each one, they got their different God.
Well, Israel's Jewish, so they believe in God. Yes, yes. And I don't know what is Palestinian predominantly Muslim?
Yeah.
And they believe in Muhammad.
He ain't no God.
Is it Allah?
Is it Allah or Muhammad?
I thought it was Muhammad.
That could be.
Gene, you're not gonna say what you said again. Don't say that. That could get our building bombed tomorrow at noon.
Mm-hmm.
That Muhammad is no God, because he's their God. So
they believe in a Muhammad is a God.
That's their God.
Oh.
Muslims believe, and by the way, there's more Muslims in the world than there are Christians.
No, sorry, Allah's the God and Muhammad's like their Jesus.
Okay, so Allah is God, and then Muhammad is their Jesus.
Yeah.
It's structured just like our deal, just different names.
Just different names.
But they do have a belief within their religion that if you die in a martyr-type setting, that you get 72 virgins as a treat when you get up there. Isn't that fundamentally how it goes?
Yes,
as a treat, huh?
Death is celebrated more than life, at least with the terrorists and Hamas.
Right. So if you're a terrorist and
they need you to believe that way so they can use you for.
Yes, sir.
Well, Gene, that's your opinion, and probably a strong one at that. Thank you. I don't think if we're going to let you be our religious expert, especially when it comes to the Muslim faith.
No.
Why not? Relations over there haven't been great. What's sending Gene in there? I mean,
because they are so.
Now
you can't even have a picture of Muhammad without. If you draw a picture of Muhammad, they'll kill you. They will.
What do you mean by that?
As a Christian, you can draw a picture of Jesus.
Yeah. Hang it on your wall.
Hang it on your wall. You can.
But you can't.
It's my understanding. I'm not the most religiously.
You believe in the guy, but you can't.
Well,
put a picture on the wall.
Isn't that, Lummy, the way it is? Like Muhammad cannot be depicted.
Correct.
You cannot draw a picture of Muhammad, and if you do, they will kill you.
Well, what's he look like then? If no one knows.
Well, I think that's a pretty good question. If you can't draw a picture of somebody, how do you know what they look like? Like, we all know what Jesus looks like.
Yeah.
So, at least what they want us to think Jesus. I mean, Jesus actually, they probably said is probably closer to more African American than white. But, America probably didn't.
I don't know. That wreck I was in, I saw Jesus. He was white.
Who did?
Me. When I was in that wreck at East Bay.
Oh, and you say that you died?
Yeah, I thought I died.
And you saw the white light?
Yeah, he was white too.
And the Jesus that you saw was white?
Yeah, he said, you ain't coming here.
Was it God or Jesus?
It was Jesus.
I couldn't tell you that.
Okay.
Oh, but hold on now. So, and they said you're not coming here.
You're not coming
so
here.
So you better not die
because
your other option is hell.
I started crawling out so I didn't burn.
Oh no! Oh hell!
Gene is now officially. I've not heard this story, but Gene now is saying that he got in a bad wreck at East Bay, and as he was dying, Jesus, who was a white guy, told
I don't
him,
know if I was dying. I was knocked out. But, I wasn't, I don't know if I was dying, but whoever got in my head at that moment said,
was there
you're not coming.
paramedics around you or anything like that?
Huh?
Was there anyone around you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the officials was running up to me when I opened up my eyes, but they weren't to me yet.
Are you trying to say like a shadowy figure wasn't actually God or Jesus, Lummy, and it was maybe like a medic or somebody trying to help him? Are you trying
It might have been the guy working the fire extinguisher. He might have said, "Gene, you're not. You're not. Gene,
I mean, that's a good.
The guy.
Don't let me break you down from saying Jesus.
The guy yelled as Gene's knocked out. The medic with the fire extinguisher yelled and said, "Gene, you're not going to heaven, so wake up. You're not going to heaven, so wake up, buddy."
It was more like you're not getting in. You know, it's like you're not getting in.
So you might as well not die.
Yeah, might as well not open up my eyes.
So I mean, I don't know the rules of the Muhammad deal. Maybe you can research it, Lummy, or something like that. But
I did know you're not supposed to because I guess they believe that it can lead to wrong thinking, wrong understanding of Muhammad.
Like if you were to depict Muhammad, somebody could actually be critical of him and say something bad about him, like, "Oh, Muhammad's this or Muhammad's that," and then
you can't judge him. Correct.
And that leads to being potentially judgy, and they don't want any of that.
You can't even get on the internet and look him up and see.
No,
who
I
he
don't
is.
think you can.
Wow.
I don't.
Cool.
I mean, Lummy, can you? I mean, do they? Can you do an internet set?
That's what I'm looking at now.
I'm not going to publish it, but can you Google what does Muhammad look like? And I mean, like, as long as I don't publish that.
Let me go.
Like right now, the Bing or the Google even image creator is giving me a picture that looks like God. I guess. I mean, they're like AI thing.
Dude?
I'll send it to Bubba.
But I do not want to publish it though. I do not want to get on the bad graces of Muslims.
That's what the AI
is saying.
Let me.
Oh, that's him.
I guess.
Which one? This guy right here.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's what I don't understand. Don't publish this, obviously, Rhett. But here's what I don't understand. That looks like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Like, I'm thinking,
pretty cool.
like, okay, if that's Muhammad,
sensible dude.
That's pretty good dude.
It looks like the rest of them.
Looks like the rest of us, society.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This guy could be living in Lakeland. I mean, like how, and I don't even know how you could depict this. There's nothing bad you could say about this guy. Like, oh, he's fat or he's, this or that. He's just a regular dude. Yeah. See, I don't understand why, if this is what they think Muhammad looks like, why you couldn't depict this picture as Muhammad publicly and not get, your building blown up the next day. So, because that's, he's as good looking as Jesus is.
Yeah.
They're about the same.
I like to see him. I like to see, you know what? I want the next TNA pay-per-view, Muhammad versus Jesus.
I'll put that in my verse here.
I mean, Seth, you'd buy that pay-per-view, wouldn't you?
Oh, my God, man. I might call it today and just pre-order.
Yeah.
Just in hopes that it gets booked.
Muhammad versus Jesus. No whole, loser leaves town.
Hair versus hair.
Haircut match. Steel cage. No holds bar. Hardcore. Pins count anywhere.
Winner is the number one contender against God at WrestleMania.
Winner takes on Roman Reigns. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Bubba? It's Brandon the Quad.
Brandon the Quad, it just doesn't, we kicked off BARP last night. It was probably the largest Thursday gathering we've ever had. I would say, Lummy. It was the largest Thursday gathering we've ever had. I'm thinking tonight's Bubba 199 is going to be the largest Bubba 199 we've ever had. We got a special thing that we're doing at noon on Saturday. Lummy, I literally who did you yell at me a few seconds ago? I got
Rainey.
Rainey. So is that the last one? Rainey?
Brian from Philly.
Oh, Brian from Philly. All right. So +1?
No, just him.
Just him. All right. So that we only have 3 spots left. Brian.
It was 12 10 minutes ago.
I know. Brian from Philly. So it just doesn't feel the same without your ass rolling around here, my friend.
Yeah, stupid van anyway.
Is the van going to get fixed eventually?
Yeah. It's going to get fixed next week.
Yeah. And you're so you're so reliant upon that. You can't travel any other way. I don't even think that you can really officially fly, can you?
No, because last time I flew, they broke my chair.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you for the stream last night, because that was like being there, and then I called Big Buck, and he took me around the studio last night talking to everybody. So I'm still there.
Oh man, well, that's a nice
Scout,
thing.
and Scout and Big Gulp. I think Creatine Travis had Scout and Big Gulp on FaceTime.
Yeah, he did.
And that was awesome. And man, Red and Johnny Costica and Buck and Paper Towel Willie. And Creatine Travis and Susan and Erica. I mean, I came to work today and it was all cleaned up, and just, man, it was just, there were so many people here last night, and everybody chipped in, and the food was great. The hog was unbelievable. And I'm so thankful for everybody that pitched in and helped. And again, it was the largest Thursday crowd we've ever had. So I'm thinking tonight's going to be probably, the biggest $199 we've ever had. And then Saturday, the noon to 3 gimmick is going to be, it's going to be 50 people. And then, of course, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, and the BARP festivities with the Hall of Fame swearing in ceremonies, and then everybody gets their ring. And then, we're going to try to recognize first-time new money and former Hall of Famers.
Yes, we are.
Now, are you working on a list for first timers, or is that going to be harder than you thought?
It's harder than I thought, but I am working on it.
Okay, cool. Plus, a Mark Tate might say something.
But please don't be upset if I missed your name, or it slipped it.
And if you are a first timer,
come up to me and tell me.
If you're a first time qualifier at BARP and you are here this weekend, get a hold of Lummy in some way, shape, or form, so that he has you on the list, because we want to bring you up and recognize you now that we have a big stage, which is basically a double axle trailer. But anyway, that's it. Brand of the Quad, let's hope that this is the only one that you missed, because I know that you really you really look forward to this, and we look forward to you being here.
Yeah. And we were watching the pig get cut up. That was awesome to watch it get cut up.
No, the pig was unbelievable. All right, my friend, good talking to you.
All right, dude. I love you guys.
Love you too. Bye now. Bye, buddy. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, Bubba. Hey, I had a question. Is the documentary being done with Billy Corbin?
I'm not. I really have been told not to talk about the film. I'm very good friends with Billy Corbin, and I'll just leave it at that. That I'm very good friends with Billy Corbin, and I really respect his work. And if I was to be able to handpick a person to do my documentary, Billy Corbin would probably be that guy.
Yep.
But anyway, form your own opinion.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, buddy. Lummy, so for everybody that signed up yesterday,
I got 2 more.
Oh, then okay. Well, no, we got. Looks like we have one. Who do you got?
Little Wilbur's Afterbirth.
Okay, hold on. Little Wilbur. Okay,
and then the great Daniel Rose.
Daniel Rose, both singular.
Yes.
Okay, that means I literally have one slot left.
Gene and I were looking to sell snow caps outside, and other various movie snacks. Would you be up for that? Or
some licorice?
Licorice.
What the heck is licorice?
Hold on. I forgot over the years. That's the one. Hold on. That's the one word Lasker can't say.
Oh, okay. I know.
This goes back.
Licorice is.
This goes back years.
It's the red stuff, the red.
He can't say. He cannot say licorice.
I gotcha.
No, it's licorice.
He cannot say licorice. Whether it's black or red or cherry or strawberry.
Twizzler does. I think Twizzler does the job.
What is it, Gene?
Yeah, Twizzler.
No, not. Don't give him the Twizzler.
Licorice.
Licorice.
Try
it.
They got the black ones too for other guys.
You think black guys like black licorice and white guys like red
Oh,
licorice?
I'm not saying that. I'm not bringing black guys into it. What?
I honestly don't think anybody likes black licorice.
I don't think anybody likes black licorice.
I think black people are offended it's black licorice.
I hate black licorice.
Oh, I don't hate it at all.
You like black licorice?
Yeah.
You would be
There's
the one.
even been brown before too.
You would be the one weirdo that liked black licorice.
Well, it's like Good and Plenty's. You don't like them?
Yeah, I like them.
That's black licorice.
Good and plenty's are black?
No, they're not.
Some of them
Good and plenty's
Are
are
they?
too.
They do put
They
black.
got a pink coating on the outside or a white coating on the outside on a black licorice.
Oh, so it's black.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Snacks on the premises, or do they have to be outside the gate?
Well, I prefer, since you can't
So
make
right
it
at the door.
to various events, that you shouldn't be able to be a vendor at said event.
Well, I can make events. When you tell me I don't have to make an event, I'm not going to make an
Well, I'm
event.
just saying, I don't want you to be a vendor. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I want to be. Gene and I we're clearing nothing but profit on the Aquabeto, $8 a can.
Put them on the inside of your coat. Just pull your jacket. I got some of these. I got some of these.
Fine, Bubba. You want people sneaking stuff in? That's on you.
I don't know.
You have to eat that too. I mean,
You try one of these cookies, Gene?
No.
then you try to pawn it off on Gene.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, that way you share it.
Uh-huh.
Pretty good. Chocolate. Something. Oatmeal. Oh boy. Not good idea.
Not?
It's good, but it's oatmeal.
Oh, it sticks in there for a while. Hey, Babs.
Hey.
I guess that I don't care if that guy hangs out there. Helps.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm letting you know when they show up for work.
Oh, okay, great.
So the guy on the bike showed up first, and it's time stamped when he pulled in, and then the white truck, the little white truck,
Right.
not the guy on the corner.
Oh, okay.
He showed up, but here he just left. So I don't know where
He went. He must be wanting to go get some, lows.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
All right, Babs.
I love your booty. Stop mocking God.
I'm not mocking him.
Oh, you are. You just don't know you are.
I'm not.
Don't mock him. There's nothing good's gonna come from that, sir. I
What?
love your butt.
Because but when I said I was laying there and he said you're not coming in, but he wasn't ready for me yet. He just didn't take me.
He's not more black, but he is more black than white. He is more of like
I tell you something.
Okay.
not Muslim, but he is not a white guy.
I love you. I gotta go.
Right.
Is that Sarah?
Mike and Ike's. Get you Mike and Ike's.
What are the black licorice?
I got Sweet Tarts. I got Sprees. I got Starburst. I got Skittles. I got Reese's.
Black licorice.
I got licorice. I got black jelly beans. That's probably got that red dye 3 or 5 or whatever they just banned.
Austin here's Sarge 311. Travis the welder. Can't respond on Messenger.
Are you excited to come over to my house next week, Lummy?
Yeah.
You know I spend my afternoons in the nude.
I'll come over nude with just a tool belt on.
Okay, all right. Well, my wife might be prone to leave me once she sees you presenting, but I'll take the risk.
I don't know. She may be like, "Jesus, all right, Seth."
Just a couple of guys sitting around naked, put together a bunk bed. I mean, that's
With 2 button dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's done. It's
I mean, that
done.
would be a good look if she walked in.
I mean, he's blowed up.
I got Sweet Tarts.
Why don't you have those stupid bottle caps?
I know Bubba would let me and Sam sit out in front, sell some snacks to the crowd.
Which one is it? Is it the top one or the bottom one? They're all the same.
Hey, Gene, you want to do some edibles with me on Saturday?
They're all the same.
They're from a doctor.
These ain't good to eat?
No, those are. No, those don't have weed in them.
Okay.
But I got some weed stuff.
No, I don't want that.
No, but Saturday, you and me, little weed chocolate. Let's do it. All right.
I'm not sure what it would do to me.
Make you fucking just cooler than you already are, man.
Did you ever see the clip of them ODing me in the studio?
No. I didn't know you would ever let anybody do that to
you. Oh no! I tell you what, if he didn't beg me not to do it.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
I got to thank, first of all, my buddy Augie with Big Frog Motorsports and Big Frog
Towing.
Yeah, Big Frog Towing. Have you seen?
Do you see the wraps on his truck?
No, but have you seen the fleet that he's got now?
Man.
He's got like probably 12 to 15 flatbeds. He's got like, I think 2 of those kind that like can pick out semis out of the ditch, and you got to get a guy that get on the, like, I think they call them maybe rotators.
Yeah,
you know, the ones that can
the center thing to spins around.
Yeah, I think he's got.
360.
I think he's got 2 of those, and I think
those are $500 million.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and do you know when they go out? They are. I think they're $2,500 for the dispatch, and like $25 a mile to get there. And then it's like a $5,000 or $6,000 cleanup when a semi wrecks on 75. It's like a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 cleanup. And then the DOT, I was talking to Augie about it. And then the DOT offers you an incentive, Gene, if you can get that wreck cleared within
a certain time,
within 50 minutes.
You get a bonus.
Then the state of Florida gives you another $2,000.
Wow.
And then Lummy. Like if they had a load of like, you know, whatever, a lot of times the insurance company, like you'll take the wrecked semi and the load, and you could offload the load if it's something non-perishable.
Oh, that'd be
or something
awesome.
You
like
get paid
that.
for all that.
Plus, the big money is you put them in your yard. And for the insurance company to go, you know, for that trucking company to get that Kenworth out of there, you know, I think a $500 a day fee.
Going to be there 10 days.
For that. So Augie is killing it, and I appreciate him so very much. He used a couple of his flatbeds to bring over. We met this new place. It's called West to West Construction, and what they're doing is they're building all kinds of homes in the Ocala area right now.
Is he going to be running in that late model series that's going to be there with you?
I think he has a driver in the super late model.
Right.
Yeah. Always the infamous 58. You know, hell, he gave Tyler an unbelievable opportunity last summer to run the Hell Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 28 races in 33 days or something like that. It's just and it's like it literally cost Augie like $100,000 to put Tyler in a car. And listen, this story, I mean, I'm probably going to get heat for it, but it's true. So he takes his crew chief Michael Ray, the rig, and Tyler and his girlfriend, and Tyler's in 4th place in points. But his girlfriend's got to go back to. She's a nurse, I think, in Ocala, and she has to get to work. She has to go back to work, and there's only 4 days left of the tour. Now Augie's laid out all this money. You know what I'm saying, Gene? Like he's $100,000 plus.
He's all in.
All in, and the girl's got to go back to work. And
What's the big deal?
Tyler's just going to be away from her for 4 days. That's it, 4 days.
You telling me he couldn't do that?
And he went up to Augie after the first night and said, "I can't race without her. She's my everything." And Augie said, "Then start kicking cans."
You know what? I'd hit him right in the head at that moment. What do you mean, kid? This was Augie. Because Augie knows who put that kid where he's at. How many millions did you spend to put him in that spot that he's standing in?
And here's Augie, $150 into the Hell Tour.
Right.
And the top 3 guys, Tyler Erb.
And my driver's going to walk because of a girl?
Yep.
He'd walk limping.
So anyway, much love to Augie and Big Frog Motorsports and Big Frog Transport.
Yeah, thanks, Augie Master.
And thank you for, you know what, trying to get Tyler, because Augie was like, man, if he can win the Hell Tour, I'll get a late model ride. Somebody in the late model community will pick up Tyler. I mean, he'll get a ride.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if he won that, and he had to go back. Jeez. And so now Augie won't have anything to do with him. And I don't know. It's just really a bad deal. And I don't know that Tyler's having much communications with his mom. I think his mom's kind of on the same naughty list that I'm on.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I just don't. I cannot see that. I can't.
Tyler doesn't talk to me.
I can see that.
Hold on. He doesn't talk to his mother.
But I can't see that.
He doesn't talk to my mother.
And that's another thing,
He doesn't talk to my sister.
Grandma. How do you leave Grandma out of it?
He doesn't talk to my sister. He doesn't talk to Augie.
Wow.
And see, and Augie's the stiffest of all, man. Augie don't screw around. Augie, when Augie sent him home, when she had gone, when they were on the Hell Tour, and Tyler came up and be like, I don't know, man. Augie's like, man, I'm telling you, get your ass to stepping. I'll put Jake Thurman in this thing and we'll win it. Like, get to hell. Are you kidding me? You can't go 4 days without her? Are you kidding me? So anyway, Augie, thank you for moving that.
Was she a hoe before that, and then he's afraid she's going to run around?
Let's not. I
just wondering what kind of girl she is.
I just stop immediately, please.
Well, I mean, if you got a garter, I mean,
Merch Crick, can you bring those down? Merch Crick, just bring them literally right to me. Just get.
Man, these cookies are not for radio.
Come right into the studio. Come right into the studio and hand them.
Holy crap!
And hand them to me because I don't want Lasker to see them. I want to get his idea on them. So anyway, Lummy. Big Frog Transport. Thank you so very much, my friend.
Ocala's finest.
And more importantly, Augie, thank you for
helping us out.
For helping my son out. My son had the best opportunity to get a big time ride when you put up,
I was watching him on TV, man.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but more importantly, West to West Construction. They're a reliable civil building contractor. And they're unbelievable. They're lending us their 6,000 series John Deere that Augie flatbedded over for us. So Augie, I don't tell you thank you enough for what you've tried to do for my son, but it looks like we're all the bad guys now. That's great.
What happened? Do you need something?
No.
Dropped it.
Seth, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good over here.
Bubba?
No, I'm good. So let me get that for me. So Gene.
Yes, sir.
You're a race car driver.
Yeah, I've been known to do that.
And you have got many trophies over the years.
Yes, I have.
And some trophies are cool, but let's just be honest.
Close to 180.
But let's just be honest. Most of the time when you get that trophy, and because you won East Bay one night, or you won Jacksonville one night, or you won Okeechobee. It's usually they got a local rinky-dink, and it's not a big deal. It's
once in a great while you get a one-off.
Once in a great while, maybe on a bigger race, you'll get kind of a big deal,
and you'll save that one.
Well, I am USAC. When you win a USAC race, they give you this big medallion, this big thing, and so I copied them. and they just came in. Merch Crick brought it to me.
So you're gonna hand the guy with the winner a coin?
No, wait. Before I know you're a hater. I know you're a dick, but I'm gonna hand to you. If you can come up, Lummy, I want you. I want you to come up here. I want you to. I want you to see all feature winners. Gene, just because I want to be different, and this be something that I think the average guy, when he won a feature, would be like, hell yeah, this is kind of cool. I want you to hand this to Gene. And they just came in today. That's why I had Merch Crick bring them down to me. This is what all feature winners now get at my track. And I know you always try to hate on me and bust my balls, but how cool is that?
Is that the only thing they're going to get?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
cash, I'm
it's
sure.
very cool. Don't get me wrong. But it's
They
just,
get a check.
The big check, yeah.
You'll look at the big check, and they'll get that, and then they'll get their envelope of cash at the deal. Wow.
I like it. Show me the money.
Put it around your neck. You don't think that it's refreshingly different than that little $7 trophy that you usually got from Kenny or something like? You don't think that is uniquely different, and nobody else in Florida is doing that, and that's pretty that's pretty damn cool.
Same thing as the Special Olympics. I mean, think about it. Look, little gold thing.
Looks like one of those. No, it looks cool as hell. What do I know about trophies and racing?
What a dick.
Couldn't you make it round like a wheel?
No, it's shaped like the track if you look at the logo.
It looks like he just won a 5K.
Yeah, that's me. 5K.
Maybe a half Willie marathon.
Wow.
I really like it, Bubba.
Do you have one for
It's
yourself?
better than a trophy because I give my trophies away to fans.
Right, but
I wouldn't give this away to a fan. I'd hang it up in my bathroom.
Right. Well, you're.
Do you have one for yourself, Bubba?
No. I mean, if I wanted one, I could, but I've not won a race. Unless you win a feature.
Are you going to make one of those?
What's your favorite trophy you ever got?
The
USAC International?
The championship one from winning the series in 2000.
Are you going to make one for when we do the...
Gene, you don't think that's pretty damn cool?
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool, Bubba.
All right.
Can you make one for us?
For who?
When we race, all of us.
No, well, no, the winner.
We're all going to run buses again?
No, we're not. See,
let me run a bus. I will not spin him out.
It's exhausting.
I know. I'm tired.
It's exhausting to do this goddamn show when you guys are always just trying to throw me a curveball. You know that I can't let him race.
I didn't want him to race.
So you shouldn't even bring the topic up because now he's going to wear me out about racing.
No, I'm not.
You guys are.
I don't want to race.
You guys kill me. Gene, I was going to get 4.6 Fords, put us all in 4.6 Fords, and all of us were going to race. I'm going to start at the back.
On Cialis.
Man, you are going to lap them. I mean, that ain't no fairness, at least.
Or should we, Gene, should I put you in it, and it'll probably come down to me and you.
Yeah.
And
at least, there'll be some grindage going up on the front.
But maybe, Gene, we start like...
This is like me wanting to play basketball, a bunch of third graders,
Gene,
man.
But maybe we start like when they fire out of turn 4, we have to be like in the backstretch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or we start right with them, and then me and you make a plan. You go to the lead, and then you fall back, and then I go to the lead, and then we pass them, and we slide job them, and
Gene,
have fun with them.
Hold on.
Why don't you just kill me,
Gene? As soon as we pass them, it's just going to be between you and I.
Yeah,
So
but that's what I'm saying. When you get to the lead, you got to go back to the back, and then I get to the lead, and I got to go to the back, and then maybe on the white flag, it's open kill.
I don't know.
You're not giving Seth a chance?
This is a long way to make you guys feel like
you guys
alpha.
don't have a prayer against him.
Well, against...
look at that.
I mean, even though you drive fast on the road and you whip through a corner one time and say, yeah, I can do that. No, you're not going to beat Bubba on a dirt track. I don't care what you drive.
Right. But I mean, and chances are I'm not going to beat you.
No, I don't know about that because even Steven in a bomber, either one of us got a good chance of winning.
Right. But well, I tell you this, it'd be a hell of a race.
Be fun.
So I think we include you, and it's Seth, Lummy, Rhett. I think you said you wanted to race, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Macho Man?
Macho, I think he's scared.
No, hold on. Him and Rhett and Macho have this big battle that they're better than each other at racing.
So Macho, you're locked in too.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Is he using his Mustang?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
He said he grew up racing.
The front row is going to hold on. The front row is going to be. It's going to be
Macho and Rhett.
No. Front row is Babyface and Seth.
Oh, I just want to spin Babyface out.
Second row is Lummy and Rhett.
Okay.
Third row is Dan and Macho Man. Fifth row is me and Gene. So Gene, we're in the back. We're in fifth row. We're that's where we are.
We got that many cars?
Well, I'll go out and rent these bombers from the. I'll rent these 4.6.
From the other guys that own them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
With the crash clause.
Maybe you guys could be our coaches and help us instead of thinking of ways to kick our ass and make you look cooler. I'm just saying, like maybe a little guidance could help us figure out how to be like you guys one day.
I think we're gonna no.
Okay, all right.
I mean, hold on. We're already starting 5 rows back from you.
I don't even know what that means. I'll watch a YouTube video then.
Gene, what's going to happen is he's going to come out 4. He's not going to gas it up. He's going to cause a pileup.
You're going to pile up on that lane.
You and I are going to pull it up to the high side, and by the time we get to the
top,
by the time we get by the checkered flat,
problem though is Lummy is going to turn right while we're on the outside because he checked up on the lead. And we're going to pile us up.
I think you and I need to just put. I think me and you need to start on the outside, Gene. You in front of me or me in back of you, and we just check it up on the because nobody's going to go.
What if all 4 of us just put you 2 rednecks up against the wall and see how
you can't do that to me?
You guys wouldn't. Do that
you can't.
Here's the difference. When we go into one, we're dragging the brake and setting the car.
And we're watching where you're going.
You guys are letting off the gas.
When you fight the wheel and cut to the left, I'm driving by you. I try to get him.
We're not lifting.
I'll high side you on the naughty side, buddy.
I'll high side you on the naughty side, buddy.
I saw the cartoon cars, man. I know. Turn the wheel to the right while we're sliding into the turn.
Right. Wherever you want to turn, go the opposite way with the wheel.
That's right.
What the hell?
So, Gene, honest to God, as much of a dick as you want to be, you don't think that in lieu of a $12 trophy that most tracks hand out, that those wouldn't be pretty cool? I mean, they're certainly different.
Yes, they're really cool.
And they're what USAC does. That's what USAC hands out to their non-wing national guys. So I think they're pretty cool. I don't care what you say.
I'm not saying they ain't cool.
So
you should start giving out medals instead of rings for BARP.
The ring, I mean, a ring with it would be way cool.
I can't give a ring every week to a guy.
You're not making enough money for that?
Well, no, but I mean, you'd have to get a size, and then it's like,
Oh, yeah, that's all a big problem.
10 weeks to manufacture.
Everybody's got a necklace that can hang from, so it'll always work.
Right. See, there you go. Simplicity, but yet coolness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, you know what? I'm running late, and I got to burn off break 7, and then we're out of here. I'm tired. I'm going home and going to bed. I think we're sold out on.
I was about to say if we had one spot, Fish on Jay wanted to.
Okay, that's it. That's
Fisherman Jay.
Yeah, Fisherman Jay.
Fish on Jay.
Fish on Jay. Well, these guys got some names, don't they?
Oh yeah.
There's some older women from the Weinberg Village. It's a retirement home in the Jewish community. 20 to 40 of them wanted to show up, Bubba.
If it was that many people, we'd just go to the Weinberg Village and do a private show.
Yeah, they have a very negative opinion of you, and they want it to change immediately.
Right. Let me do not take any more names because we're sold out.
Got it.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
No, I got the list. The list goes through me. So, sorry.
Oh, please. There's so many lists. If you guys want to go to the movie, just email showmovie@btls@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Hey, Lovey, get that medal back from.
Okay,
because he'll
Put it in the kitchen. What did that word say right there above the A on Ocala? S 1952.
Yeah, estimated 1952. That's the year we were established.
Oh.
We're the longest continuing operated track in south of Atlanta. And then, Lummy, give me that big air check.
Yes, Molly.
Is that real gold?
No, here, are you gonna give it to me?
I thought you want to put it in the kitchen. Sorry.
Put it in this box, right? Or let me have it. And then I need that air check.
Got it.
Yo, can I wear that at BARP? All right, man. Whatever. It set off my outfit, but I'll just fucking. I got something else.
It pop your outfit.
I got a great outfit. I'll change it. New jeans, new shoes, new glasses.
You got the drip? Are you dripping?
Dripping all over the place. I'm gonna drip on myself, do a slip and fall, and get out of here by 9:30.
You got the drip?
Yeah, I want to say a few words to the audience. I'd like to go over some of my favorite memories over the last year. It's about a 15 to 17 minute speech. The highs, the lows.
Hey, did you get anything in the mail from Dick's Rubs?
Yeah.
I'll
talk about it next week.
He's a dude that designed his own rub. He's a barbecue guy, redneck. Him and his brother built custom Harleys for a few years, and they're computer wizard guys, and they work for computer companies and do shit like that. But he's into his own, designing his own rubs. And we've been using them for a long time, buying them over the internet. And they're pretty damn good. And he asked me, I almost said Bubba a couple. I said, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Loader and Stoner's out. The Blizzard's out. I think we had 6 podcasts out this week. Let me see, hold on. Tumble Kristen, Clem Kush, Pigmentation, 5. Take Bits today. Good stuff. Good week. Oh wait, no, Bubba Uncensored, Tuttle and Kristen, 2. Yeah, 6, we'll have 7. 7 pods in 5 days. Fuck you! Fuck off, man! Got all the pods do stuff for people that are traveling. Blizzard's on YouTube for members that are subscribed. But just the audio version hasn't populated yet for some reason.
You talked to Coco any? Is he doing all right?
I think he's permanently in Maine now.
Oh, he's cold.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you, Berto. Thank you, Ryan. I'm working on some other shit for this year. I need some new shows. Need to produce some new shows that I'm not on. Just want to find some fucking talent and mold them. What's up, Tina? Are you getting to see your best friend Amy while she's in town? What up, Johnny? See you tomorrow, Iced Tea. Look at my non-existent bulge when you look at me. Don't look at my eyes.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto Studios, aquabeto.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The list is don't email the show, don't text Lummy, don't message the show, don't get a hold of me. There's no more slots available.
Too bad for you.
Sorry.
Should have got on the list earlier.
And for you 10 o'clock guys that signed up last night, it's been moved to noon. And for you 1:30 people, it's been moved to noon. So it's at noon. and at 12:01 is when I'm hitting start. And if you're not in the studio, it's done. You're not getting in. You will not be able to bring a phone in the studio. We'll have a box for you to put your phones. and we'll have a 10-minute break in between gimmicks. If you don't agree to those terms, then don't show up.
Pee and get your licorice at the door before you come in.
You can get your licorice at the door. Courtesy of
Step, because he can't have a vending license out there, so he'll be having it underneath his black jacket.
Right outside the gate.
What in the hell is this person's problem? To think that I would want to sit through this and talk to them under these conditions. Hello.
Bubba.
Yes.
Hey, it's Magnum DUI. Why do your goons keep blocking me?
Because you're an idiot. Simply. You talk like an idiot, and you're killing my ears.
Yeah,
I'm already shutting the volume down, so now I can't even tell who you are.
And what have you? There's obviously you've said something.
Of course you have.
Lummy might know.
I don't know why he was whatever he was talking about.
Where were you blocked?
On Facebook, Rumble, everything. I've met Gene Lasker. Gene Lasker is a cool dude. He's the same person.
Don't try to get on Gene's good side. He has nothing to do with the blockings or unblockings around here. Okay.
When I met Gene Lasker, he was doing burnouts with his outlaw buddies in your club.
Okay, that's great. But you've obviously, in order to be banned across that many different platforms, you've obviously said something to piss off either us or the moderators. So
what was it?
So why don't you just listen? If I feel you're being honest, I'll unblock you. No, I'll unblock you.
Well, tell us what you did.
But you got to be honest on what you did.
Gene, I didn't do anything, man. I was just talking, hanging out. You know?
What were you talking about, evidently?
No, talking and hanging out doesn't get you blocked.
So you got blocked on Facebook, too.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't even monitor Facebook, do we?
Evidently, a little bit.
I think we do.
You got to be wild to get blocked on Facebook.
What did you know there's got to be something for you to say. You have had to say something in order to get blocked on that many platforms.
I think the last thing I said was, I served in Afghanistan for a couple of years. I don't like the Muslims that much. I made a few comments about how I dislike them.
Okay, well, you can't talk about God.
You can't talk about Muslims like that, sir. Okay, you just can't.
Can't hurt people's feelings.
Do you want my building? You want my building blown up?
No, absolutely not.
All right, then. So you shouldn't speak bad about any religion. People are very, very, very much
touchy about that.
Touchy about their religion. And when you go ahead and speak illy of Muslims or Muhammad or the Islamic religion, that's going to get you blocked.
What do you mean? The guy called up and said, "Die, Jew boy, die," and nothing happened to him. He just said he didn't like Muslims.
Well, I didn't see the "Die, Jew boy, die," or I would have blocked him. Okay?
It was live in person on the phone.
Well, I can't block him. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he keeps calling from a different number.
If his screen name was "Die Jew Boy Die," I would have blocked him. But I cannot regulate.
Good to know.
I was here for that too, and I felt bad.
Thank you, Gene.
If anybody,
and you didn't do nothing about it.
If anybody can find who "Die Jew Boy Die" is, I'll block him. But you know damn well, Seth, we don't have those capabilities.
I know, but this man makes one Muslim comment and he's banished from the face of any Bubba platform.
Yeah.
Listen. You get mad because some of you Jews are, buckled up in. With the Muslims, but they're going to get out for free here coming up, so don't be so mad.
I don't know what Gene said right now.
Well, Gene's right, but for every one Jewish person that gets let out, we let out 50 Palestinians that have life sentences. Okay, nobody cares.
Sir.
Gene, tell him to unblock Magnum, please.
No, sir, we're not listening. Gene doesn't run the show.
Nobody's going to listen to me. I'm lucky I'm even here.
Right,
Free Magnum.
Yeah, I'm mad at you. I'm mad at Gene right now. I've had enough of you. Okay, see you later. Bye.
He sounded like the guy with the tattoo on his back. Who is that guy?
Joe the
Supermark.
That's who he sounded like.
Yeah, I'm not real happy. Well, I'm not going to get into it, but I'm not real happy with Joe the Supermark.
How can you be, man?
I'm not. I think.
The dude's a cockroach.
I think I'm done with that guy.
He was so cool in the beginning, and he just went over. He just jumped off the cliff.
And he just turns into such a mark for every facet of the program. Like, you know what? Pick and choose your markness. You don't have to be a mark for everybody that's ever been on the show. I mean, like, you're almost too much of a mark. Be a mark for me and Hogan and a few, but it's just ridiculous, Joe. It's ridiculous. And you know what I'm talking about. And you know what? Go ahead and keep riding that horse. Let's see where it gets you. But I'm done with you. Sorry.
I see what you did there, riding a horse.
Far more talented than people give me credit for.
Love you, Sarah.
Love
Big
you.
hug for you.
Love you, Sarah. Love you, Coben. Tonight at 8 o'clock, Lummy, it's Bubba 199. It'll be live on Rumble. It'll be live on Twitch. It'll be live on Bubba Army HQ and live on Locals. What else, Gene, were you going to say?
I think because Sarah got mad at me this morning when I was leaving. She said I hug my dog longer than I hug her anymore. I got to start hugging with two hands and not one.
Exactly. So, any parting words, Seth Kushner? We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, snow caps for sale starting at noon tomorrow for the movie.
So we got Bubba 199 tonight, and then the special gimmick Saturday at noon if you made the list. Other than that, man, Lummy, are you and Rhett doing something?
No, we got too much stuff to do for Bob Bark.
All right, buddy. See you later. 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. tonight, Bubba 199.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.